Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are, bright and early for some of us on the West Coast. A couple of little afternooners maybe over there in the Central East, but thanks for joining us. May 7th, playoff game, Cargill division. We've got a couple of matches for you today. Of course, first up, we have the Okanagan Eclipse playing the Heartland Kingpins in the 4-5 division matchup. That'll be one game. Then the winner of that game will advance to play alongside, play the Dream Crushers, and that'll be a 2-game match where we'll have total points and then potentially a total pinfall, which is a scenario that happened last weekend. So Daryl Bradley here. I'll be taking care of the tech. We've got Henry Schutz, Al Paquette, and John Cowan with us. Playoff-worthy commentary crew. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Henry, I know you took a shot at John Cowan there earlier on. Do you want to lead off with that?
No, we're leaving John alone right now, okay? The guys,
I'm safe until at least the first game starts? All right.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it.
First commercial break anyways.
Yeah, excited to be here, Henry. Obviously, you guys see these guys in this division, right? No, you're not in this. You're not in this division, but you see these guys.
No, I'm in a home hardware division.
None of you guys are in this division, but yeah, we excited. We looking forward to a good day or what?
Should be pretty good. If it's anything like it was last week, man, it should be pretty. Last week was crazy how that all went down, so it should be good.
Got some big shoes to fill for sure after that first round of the home hardware division there. So yeah, we'll see what the Cargill division can come up with. But obviously, a lot of good teams or defending champs are ready to go, I'm sure, as well. So yeah, it'll be definitely interesting. And I know Okanagan, this is their first time in the playoffs too, if I'm not mistaken. So be interesting to see how they come up in a one-game do or die.
Absolutely. Yeah, and of course they're an hour behind too, right? So they're 8:00 time playing a game in the Okanagan, where a lot of their players too are traveling from all over the place. We were talking to Bailey earlier, and he was a 5:00 in the morning guy leaving from Kamloops to get here. So, and Heartland too certainly has guys coming from all over, in Calgary or Red Deer or where they're playing from, right? So a little bit of travel involved this morning, so should be a good day.
Dedicated bowlers, right?
You betcha. Okay, I'm going to pull in the two managers here, and you guys can chat them away. I'll pop myself in the back, and we'll let you guys roll the show. If you need anything, you know where I am. Alrighty.
That was good, DB.
How's it going,
gentlemen?
guys?
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Doing good.
Yeah, you guys ready to go? How was warm up for everybody? Did you guys do the whole one game thing, or you guys just threw 20-30 minutes of warm up beforehand?
We just threw balls.
Yeah, we just threw balls. We've been here good half an hour, 45 minutes. So.
Good way to keep it loose, eh?
Yep.
Awesome. So I guess we just want to get kind of right into it here, and we'll start with the lineup for Heartland.
Okay, we've got leading off is Eric Chose.
It's freaking delicious.
Number 2 is Ben Magnus. Number 3 will be Sean Schwartz. Number 4 will be Anthony Street, and Jen Baker to follow at the end. Gino will be our only bench player.
Okay. And apparently it's freaking delicious. Bailey, why don't you throw your lineup out there?
Yeah, so we have Drew leading, followed by myself. And then we have Jesse in the third spot. And then Mike Elder in the fourth. And our anchor is Chris Bradford. And then on the bench, we have Yvonne Walker and Alan Byrne.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
And I guess without any further ado, let's get this going.
Let's get this going
Awesome.
so we can
All right,
stay on
good
time.
luck, Bailey.
Good luck.
Thanks.
guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Good luck, everybody. Pretty close.
Man,
Pretty
yeah, it was
close
just
total
massive.
pinfall average wise.
Love
so
that
it should be
graphic.
That
Just not even total pinfall, just everything in general. It's just the parity is crazy.
It is.
Yeah. So this is the 4-5 match. So we had Okanagan finishing in 4th place. We're supposed to go through the lineups, aren't we? There we go.
Sure.
There we go.
Okanagan. I think I had Okanagan. So on their lineup of players is Bailey Lawson, Yvonne Walker, Drew Soroka, Alan Byrne, Chris Bradford, Trevor Richardwalski, Sorry if I massacred that. Mike Elder and Jesse Buchanan with their manager Bailey Lawson. Bowling out of Lincoln Lanes.
And for Heartland, we've got Gino Zebarth, Sean Swartz, Jennifer Baker, Shauna. I'm not even going to try that one.
Yeah.
Eric Chose, Anthony Street, Mike Herbert, and Bev Magnus with manager Robert Gallagher out of Heartland Bowl.
Man, this Heartland looks they're ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
super ready to go.
everyone's
Who's
ready
putting
to
in their
go.
lineup now?
Don't worry,
just
Bob. We'll wait for you.
We'll get this one out of the way. The monitor for the lane that Okanagan is on, the total is cut off, so we will we'll have somebody keeping you guys up to date with scores when it comes down to it. Unless you want to get your pen and paper and follow along.
So let us know what the scores are in the comments.
Yeah, I know we've got the 3 biggest brains in 5-pin bowling, but
Wow.
just in case you guys want to refresh yours.
Yeah. Make the rest of them look smart.
Here we go. Leadoff bowlers on the lanes. You got Drew stepping up first. There you go.
Drew with the
Nice
strike.
shot.
I'm
Good
curious,
start.
what do you guys think? 1-game match, how important is that good start?
Oh, this start is big, I think. Especially in one game. It's one game. You don't have time to
We got a
and I was
couple
gonna
big
say-
starts.
yeah, I was gonna say Eric likes to get fired up. He's a great leadoff guy because he comes out of his
Fire.
shoes.
Oh,
Fire it off. Fire at the
Yeah,
top.
I
for
think
sure,
that's
right?
like the most important thing in a leadoff player. You need someone who can throw a ton of strikes and is someone who can just absolutely pump the energy out.
There you go, Bailey. Look at this. We're gonna have a good start so far. 3 for 3.
Oh, that was good out there. Oh,
Our
Great.
first miss there. Ball looked really good almost all the way. Just didn't quite get enough to cross over.
So we have Heartland with only 1 bench player versus Okanagan with 2. So as a coach, your string's pretty tight, I guess, when it comes to a 1-game do or die, or
It's
That's
a
a
little
different
bit tighter
strategy
for
both ways,
sure,
right?
but it's
a little different
such a
strategy when you have
luxury to be able to go to
2
Gino off the bench.
yeah, true enough.
Somebody who is such a well-versed player, you can play all 5 positions, and you have all the trust in the world in him.
Well, even if you look at the bench for Okanagan, you got I know Allen's kind of come off the bench a few times, if I'm not mistaken, and thrown a lot of strikes, and he's been performing pretty well. And he seems like a veteran guy that's been around for a while. That's
For sure.
can probably be comfortable in any situation. Yvonne, I'm not really familiar with, sorry, but I know she's shot some strikes as well. So everybody can shoot. If you look at their averages, I'm sure.
You don't get to bowl at this point by not being able to shoot. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Well, and you must have to have
Sean
a couple of
knew
guys
that
on the
one
bench.
right away.
and at this point too, you must have a couple of guys that you can go to the bench. That obviously you've gotten this point. It's not the same 5 players bowling all year, right?
That's it, right? It's no longer about like getting everybody in. Now we're here to win.
Yeah.
Here to win. Put your feelings aside.
That's it.
Got to play your best lineup.
Is this where the cliche comes in? It's not about the name on the back; it's about the team on the front.
Oh Jesus!
Yes.
Oh
Anthony
my!
with a bomb there. Aces for Bradford. No. Solid reaction. Good place
Yeah.
for it, I guess. If you're going to throw it somewhere, I guess. Team still put up 3
Absolutely.
strikes. You're only going to be
What a momentum!
ball
killer
behind,
that'd be to
depending
get
what
the
Jen does.
aces spare.
Right.
Aces
got life.
I don't know if that's doable at Lincoln Lanes over there, but
That's
no
a good
idea.
point.
We're not in Timmins here, Johnny. You can't do that in match play area. So.
I still joke with Matt Walker about that. Not that it would have made much of a difference, but it just
Still
it
a
just
good way
sounds
to
better.
clinch it, eh? Yeah. So there we go. We got 3 strikes on both sides, and we got
2 open frames.
2 open frames. So close match to start.
There it is. There's that parity, and we got some stats.
There's
up
the
here.
averages. So see, even Yvonne off the bench, like 35. That's great average to have.
How much parity through that whole block.
250, like unreal.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 2 solid bench players that
Absolutely.
you should have no issues kind of bringing in. And Gino is Gino, right?
Gino is Gino.
Gino is Gino.
Like I thought I was old, then I met Gino.
There you go. Good pace to start off. Everybody's ready to go. Doesn't seem like they're waiting too much. They're just
Yeah.
all
Not messing
about
around.
Another
staying
strike
with their
there.
game plan.
Eric throws Oh, you got a little bit of a break
Almost
there.
got the kickback. I think this is the first time I've seen Drew throw, and I like that shot. It looks like it's got a ton of roll on it. He can kind of get away with the shot not having to be perfect and still carry a ton.
Absolutely. Big strike zone. You have a shot like that.
Exactly.
Bailey, who's this guy? He's like the overrated guy or something. Did I
Yeah.
miss something on that? Or gotta put that in there. A little light left corner for Bailey. So see if he can take down the single pin conversion. Do you have any of those stats? No, not advanced stats like that.
No, jeez, come on. Guys can't even get cameras set up with their scores on the bottom of the lane.
Oh, I got to keep track of the totals.
Oh, yeah, totals, everything.
Miss spare for Bailey. So Bev capitalizes with a strike there.
Yeah.
Get back.
Gets your
Game
back
still
up.
early. Keeps a couple marks going down for Sean in the 3-hole here. Sean should have been like, I like how he's repping our division over here with the home hardware on the sweater.
Yeah, it like conveniently worked out that
he gets coverage on both sides. He gets the marketing on the home hardware division,
True, right?
on the shirt on the Cargill
Shows an
side.
absolute bomb.
Just a bomb.
I hope he pays extra for that too. We got some.
So Jesse here, a couple misses to start the game here. So struggling out of the gate here. Maybe a little bit of nerves or who knows what.
Yeah, we go back to that.
Frames.
We go back to that one game. Like, geez, how long do you give him to find it? Right?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to give him at least, a couple frames, anyways. She's picking up her 15s at least, and then hopefully she'll find that third ball and throw it first on the next shot. And
I think Okanagan team's probably got a little bit, like they've got 2 bench players.
They got 2 pulls, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think they would probably pull a little bit sooner than maybe Heartland may want to hang on just a little bit longer with only the one bench.
But Jessie is the only girl too, so they would have to put in Yvonne there too, right? Because they're handcuffed with only having one girl in the starting the lineup, right?
Gotcha.
So they can't slap in Allen there. They'd have to go Jesse for Yvonne if they do make a pull there.
Right.
There you go. Good frame by Heartland there too.
Yeah,
3 strikes, 2 spares.
That's exactly what you want there. You want at least those 4 marks, and if you can work with 3 strikes, then you're in a good spot.
Yeah, at least Okanagan's got a couple doubles, so that'll help with total pinfall a little bit, and hopefully Bradford can spare this conversion here and keep it close within a couple marks, anyways.
Just me or does Heartland not have a running total either?
Heartland does not have a running total either. Giddy up, boys! Calculators.
I got Okanagan's going.
You got Okanagan? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take care of the other guys. Then.
I just pulled out the that 5-pin bowling app and I'm throwing it in on my phone.
That's not it. Jeez.
Yeah, the younger generation here taking advantage of the technology.
Heartland's at 192 right now. Their total after 2 frames.
And Okanagan is at 191, not counting on those marks.
Not counting any of those marks. Did you give him 45 or anything?
Yeah, they got the 45s in there.
They got the 45. Okay. Perfect. So still close, but trailing a
lot
little
of
bit
parity,
of marks.
but we still a lot of bowling left.
Oh yeah, still way too early.
If last week's playoff games were any indication, it can flip so quickly.
And it's going to come down to the last bowler and the last frame and the last.
Yeah.
I don't know if my heart can handle that though, so got to be careful.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting to watch.
I tell you, it was not fun to be on the receiving end of.
No, you guys, yeah, no.
But you guys made a hell of a push though in the second game, right? So that's just unreal too, right? To go, I know we've seen a couple kind of 8-0s throughout the whole league, but like that's a lot of games, and to have 2 back-to-back in the playoffs to get into the finals of the division and everything, like that's unreal.
No.
That's unreal.
And then just a couple pins shy, like that's crazy.
Yeah. Everybody had written you guys off too, like after.
I'm not gonna lie. After they were up 8-0, I was like, well, you just cash that in. We're done here. We'll move on.
There you go. Great comeback for Bailey. Good count on your spare.
That one was automatic. I already had that one written in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Bev with a good shot there. Doesn't carry the right.
It's all right.
It's okay. She
It
spares that
didn't,
up. She's down one pin and one
didn't
shot
have
kind of thing, so.
Robert put on those brand new bases, so it fell.
And they always bowl on lane 7 too, eh? Like this is like their go-to lane. Is this? Oh, see, there you go. Jesse's back in the game there. Finally finding her mark there.
Well, that's it, right? You talk about Bradford's aces in one. I mean, Jesse having the 2 opens at the start. It's nothing that a 3-4 bagger can't make look better.
Yeah, there's never a bad spot for a 4-bagger, eh? Got to put it together somewhere, and before you get yanked, hopefully.
Exactly.
There you go, Okanagan. There we go.
That was an
Okanagan.
That was it.
bomb.
Yeah.
And just like that, Okanagan is
Edler.
roll.
Edler, the veteran, starting off, keeping his team there in the 4 spot, giving some positive energy to his anchor here. 3
Such a
strikes
simple
right ahead of him.
shot. Just like fundamentally sound. Nothing too, like not too many moving parts. Just simple and it works.
Go Bev picking up her 15 at least.
That looked better for Bradford too. Nice shot.
That right pocket's got to be his pocket shot right there. So that was a bomb in there.
It's interesting to me. I admittedly haven't watched too much of Okanagan this year, but it looks like their head pins and 3 pins are using white bases, but the corners are using the black bases. It's not something you see too often.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times, I guess, because at least this way,
Personally,
2 pins a little bit more. But
the only couple places I have played that have done that, I actually like it better, just because the white base being that little bit shorter, a 5-inch ball hits directly in the middle of the rubber. You seem to get a bit better pin action, as you can kind of see from Okanagan getting a lot of absolutely explosive strikes early on.
Yeah, it's a good frame for Okanagan to get them back in the match there with 4 strikes and a triple work in there, and then Heartland kind of struggling with the first 2 there. So Sean shoots another bomb, and hopefully Anthony can follow suit here.
Yeah, so, Okanagan through 3 is sitting at 311. Again, that's not including the count on the marks. It just counts in the 15s for the strike. So they're off to a good start here.
Yeah, no, it's a close match. That's all we want right now is a close match. I'm sure these guys probably want to just run away with it, but from a commentator side of it and a viewership side of it, we wanted a little close.
A little bit closer, absolutely.
It gives us bowling to talk about instead of Henry going off on one of his tangents.
Yeah, no, I was going to go off on one here right away, but Jen Baker's up, so I'll wait till she throws, and then I'll ask the question.
Respect.
Oh yeah.
Salvage a frame here with a couple marks here. See if the anchor can keep him going.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Right there.
She knew that one really early on. A great shot.
There you go. Stats for the kingpins here. So Jen Baker or Chose at 264, pretty great average.
It's interesting to see it as a team. They averaged 246, but the teams against them averaged 250. So it looks like they probably had some of the bigger games thrown against them, but still managed to put together a good enough run with either matchups or totals at the right time to get themselves in a playoff spot.
It was good for Eric to get back on.
Yeah, get back on after the head pin in 3 there. So, and then I don't know if Drew made a little bit of an adjustment after punching that head pin, or if he just tried to stay the course, but a little wide right. I guess too early to make a little bit of an adjustment after you had a double a start. Good half there.
It is tough, but mentally you throw that head pin and you think, okay, I got to throw something different. When really it could have been a half a rotation on your bowling
exactly.
ball.
And it's interesting you talk about too early to make that adjustment. Again, we come back to the one game. It's a lot different than like an 8-game qualifying block where you have that one head pin, but you want to get as much as you can because you don't have a ton of time. Do you make that adjustment?
That's where confidence comes in too, right? Depending on how your practice went, right? If you're doing your practice and you punch like 9 head pins or something like that, and all of a sudden you get 1 in the game kind of thing after on a double, especially.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh crap, I don't want to get on that head pin train again. I better make the adjustment now to avoid that moving forward. But like you said, it might be too early. Just go back to your first 2 shots. Like his first 2 shots were bombs, right? So
that's it, right?
Just try to stick with it. So it's definitely tough. It's a mental grind, and that's what it is with these playoff games, right? Especially a do or die situation. You don't want to let your team down. You don't want to let yourself down, and it's super tough. So I don't envy being in these positions here, but it's nice to see everybody performing so far. Like nobody's super struggling at this point, so it's good.
He got that out there. His little turnaround and
There we
strut.
go. Jesse and Sean just throwing bombs.
Yeah.
Jesse's slow start. She clearly found it now. So, and Sean, well, he's another
Sean's
guy that's been kind of
he's just
coming up
rolling
over the
on.
last couple of years, right? That's really improved his game and really put in the time. And you can definitely see it on the lanes, especially through this pro league and even some WCBT events, right? He's putting up some good scores.
You spend that much time with Jen and she keeps kicking your butt. You may want to start pulling a little bit better, eh?
A little bit better, I guess so. Yeah.
Mike there looked like he had a little fumble at the line with his footing. Just shoved a little bit left. So that run comes to an end for Okanagan. But with Jessie getting her double now, they've still got at least one. Bradford's got an opportunity to get that second one for them.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've done that. 3 in a row, miss a side. It's okay. Just go back and throw the same one, not miss it again.
The classic over adjustment.
That's such an average thing to say.
Oh, so should see when I do it on the lane too. So average.
So I got Okanagan, sorry. I got Heartland at 461 after 4 frames right now. And that's obviously including just their totals here. So they're at 461. They got a good frame there with four marks and 2 doubles still working kind of thing. One's a 4-bagger and one's a triple in the middle. The couple, actually, Sean and Jen. So carrying the team a little bit here. Bradford liked that.
Bradford liked it.
You liked it. It's okay.
Didn't quite get the carry of the 3-pin, but got the, a nice swift breeze takes out the right deuce for him.
Not going to put the announcer's curse on this shot, but
you just did.
No, I didn't. Bradford's a pro.
You definitely did.
I didn't even say
Can't believe you did that. Can't believe. No, but you said it loud enough that everybody heard you.
Nobody heard me. Nobody knows what's going on.
It was implied.
Everybody knows.
It's true.
As a commentator, you just got to say those things, man. And then Bradford knows.
Yeah,
Bradford knows, right?
Bradford should be a little frustrated. Yeah. Especially after hearing what Al said.
Whatever.
Okanagan.
You probably won't be. You won't be buying me a drink in Red Deer. I can tell you that. Right.
Okanagan at 443, counting 2 spares and a double.
443 to 461. All right, so still pretty close. There's a bomb going into the commercial break for Drew.
It's a great first half.
Yeah, you know what? You're sitting at 100 after 4, 105 after 4 with a mark rolling or with a strike there. So it's good. Good start at the top there.
Definitely.
And he's ahead of his match with Eric now that Eric missed there. So the max he can get to is 91 with a spare. So it's good. Good first half for Drew in the leadoff spot.
Mm-hmm. And that was Eric's first miss. So
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you don't want one there, but
a little thin there. Got the extra count on the strike at least. So we'll be at about 100 after 5.
Yeah, we got some comments there in our thing. Said we all heard it, Al. So yeah, that's just confirming that we did hear it. So from Dino. Aaron likes the shirt that I'm wearing. That's true.
I think average. Bailey's going to be taking some time in the commercial break and studying how to spare a left corner. That seems to be his kryptonite so far.
Yeah, and his left corners there. Yeah,
but thankfully he's got a good enough start where he's up on his match.
Do you just throw in the strike in the 6th frame for Bailey? It's automatic, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, it's hard to tell now with that commercial break. Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Jesse's trying to keep her going here after struggling in the first couple frames. Get a triple going in.
Yeah, what a cannon there. What a cannon. Nice shot.
Don't think she was super confident in that one, but
I don't know. That looked good from here.
It looked good from here, but a little shoulder shrug, asking for a bit of help.
There you go. Bev really with that half there she can capitalize with a good shot in 6 there. She can keep that match close with Bailey as well.
Oh yeah, one good shot in 6, and she's basically a ball behind, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where you want to keep it. If you're trailing, you want to give yourself a shot, give it a ball behind, keep it as close as possible, and build up the sticks in the back half.
Well, especially, Bev's been struggling, obviously, the first few frames here. So the fact that she could be within a ball can give her some confidence.
Absolutely.
That she's still in her match, right? So
absolutely.
A tough shot from Sean there.
I wasn't going to say it, Sean. I'm not saying it.
33 counts okay if you back it up with a 30, though.
Well, as Parker would say, he just puked all over the lane on that shot.
All right, so that brings that match a lot closer
Yep.
with Jesse throwing that third strike there in 5. So
Exactly. Right. Again, she throws the 1 and 6, and she's a ball behind after 4. Right. So
yeah, Sean just got to pick up this 5 here and take the commercial break and regroup. Great start, regardless.
Yeah.
I think anybody takes 160 after
nuke.
5. Good frame for Okanagan heading into the break. Bailey would have spared his corner there. Just
Bailey is kicking himself for 2 missed spares.
But he's okay, though. He's still winning his match. And at the end of the day, that's what you want to do is
still winning
your match,
still
still
got a decent start.
Yeah. Yeah, now Heartland now. They only have the 1 spare up in 5, so hopefully Anthony and Jen can get the momentum going into the commercial break a little bit. Keep it close. Throw a couple doubles here. A big shot for Anthony to get back into his match against Mike too. So
he knew right away.
Fist bump.
I don't even know if it hit the lane before the fist bump happened.
He's still fist pumping in his backswing.
Yeah, he had
good
visualization.
You're gonna have to ask him how he got all that roll on the ball while he was fist pumping and throwing it.
A good point. Try that this weekend. Oh, that's tough.
That's tough to see your anchor bowler after she's doing well.
That gives Bradford a chance to get back in it here.
Yeah, she's still counting here, so she can get to 135 with a clean pickup here. Oh. So what do we got? 98, 85, 159, 105. And
through 5 for Okanagan, I have 576 plus whatever they count on their marks.
170, 576. I got 571 for Heartland with 2 marks working, and 2 marks and 3 marks working, basically a double and a spare. So really close match going to commercial break. We'll let DB tee up the commercial, and we'll get back at it right after this commercial break.
Or somebody cue it up.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
And we're back.
That commercial
second half.
Hopefully, we can get this in before they start. But Okanagan this frame is super important in my opinion because they had that good frame going into the break, but you really want to take advantage of Heartland having a bit of
of course,
a stutter.
Yeah, for sure. It was 576 to 571 after 5. So, a 5-pin match, and you have all those marks kind of lined up in 5. So we'll see how the commercial break affected. Maybe Heartland wanted it. Maybe Eclipse did. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens.
Not quite the same start we had at the beginning. Drew goes with the pitch out spare to Eric's head
Pitch
pin.
out spare, but that's a 30 count. Now he's got a 45-pin lead or a 35-pin lead in 5 with the mark rolling. So
and not only that, right? It's going to spread those totals out a little bit more, having that extra mark, right? And that's going to be what's super important here. Yeah, obviously, you want to win your match, but those 3 points are going to be key.
30s are always good where I come from, anyway. So.
Exactly. It's like the equivalent of golf. He's having a 3 on your scorecard. No matter where they come, you take them.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. 3s are good all day. So Bailey tightening up there as well. Another head pin, or his first head pin of the game.
So can we go back and call that the commentator curse on Henry for saying that it's already written down?
Totally. Not me. No. Big shot for Bev here, though.
John said he had put it on his score sheet already. So
no, that was the first one. That was the first one. I said it was different because of the commercial.
Okay.
Right? It's like 2 separate games here.
All right. So Bev with a good count on her spare, so catches up a little bit. If she can spare here, closes that gap against Bailey with his head pin in the 6th frame there. So big half, gets some marks going for Heartland too.
That's a great spare and a chop off.
Do you think that might have been a stay-in shot for her?
I don't know. They have Gino on the bench too. He's got
They have Gino, but it looks like everything else is really tight, right? And I mean,
Jesse really found it after those first 2 frames. 4-bagger.
I like that strategy. Get the 2 little, the slow start, lull your opponent to sleep. Although it didn't quite work with the 4-bagger for Sean, and then respond with a 4-bagger of your own.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he wasn't as confident with that one.
A little thick on the right there, so. Got the left corner, so
didn't quite get that left 3-pin to go the way he needed it to.
Yeah. There we go.
Definitely better though than ripping a 3-pin, so I'm sure he'll take that.
Still a big half. Got to get those marks going for Heartland there because Okanagan's coming out with another strong frame after the break, and Bradford can put 2 doubles there. All right, shake that one off for Sean, and still 170 after 6. But with Jesse coming up, she actually took control of that match too. Oh, Bradford.
Looks like Okanagan's.
Here we go.
Okanagan's starting to get a little fire in their belly.
Yeah, Bradford's getting fired up. Okanagan as a team is getting fired up, and
they got to they're playing well, right? Like they got nobody under. Like if Bradford converts, you had 115 after 5. That's your low man kind of thing. So they got some good scores up there.
Absolutely.
Playing well. Oh, that's a little tight from Anthony there. I think his grimace kind of shows you kind of where they're feeling, I think, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But they can throw lots of strikes. There's still 4 frames left, so can't count anybody out.
You can see the difference in the body language just a little bit.
Well, they're punching lots too, right? Like, they had Jen in the last frame. They have 2 already in this frame. So as a team, they just can't really get a string of marks going, so it's tough to get going for sure.
Again, like you said, very capable team. They got 4 frames there.
Yeah. So and Anthony followed Sean after that missed left corner. Sean's not down, but he's frustrated. So Anthony's going up there thinking, okay, I gotta do something here. He just missed the left corner.
Yeah. You put that extra pressure on yourself, right? To try to pick up the team because he was on a double trying to get that bigger shot.
Well, that's it, right? And you go one step further, you kind of get the sense. You look up at the scoreboard and see that not exactly on a hot stretch, and I feel like everybody's kind of gonna be grabbing the ball. Like, I need to get things going here.
Right.
Yeah. They only have 2 marks in 5, and if Jen picks this, they got 2 marks in 6. So 2 marks is, I think we can all attest to that, is just not going to cut it, right? Especially when you're looking at another team that's got 4 marks and 4 marks with a couple doubles rolling, right? So they got to We got some work to do in the second or in the last 4 frames here, but like you said,
And DV giving everybody the running totals down at the bottom. So we got 726 for Okanagan, 672 for Heartland.
672. That's what I got too. Perfect. See if Eric
So
can get the team
your
fired
calculator works well then, eh, Al?
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. I just saw the graphic change there. Another 30 count for Drew. Eric, and they need some marks here. They need to close that gap and to get a big finish here.
Yeah.
That's a better shot, I think. Yeah. There you go. Good shot.
Living on the edge here, going outside for the spare.
It's a confident shot right there. We got Bailey and Bev, so this match is still pretty close, kind of within a ball here. So Bev can make close.
Wow, Bailey.
Confident, eh?
He knew.
Yep.
He knew.
Imagine if that corner stood up, though.
That's something I wish I had time to do.
That's a great shot by Bev.
That's a great shot.
Yeah. There you go. So now it's like, now with Bev kind of within her match, is there a pull? Is there a pull somewhere? Where are you guys looking? Like, is there, because it's Gino. You got Gino on the bench. What do you do?
Yeah.
Well, it's tough, right? Like I wouldn't have been saying this not too long ago, but you almost want to look at that 4 spot, right? Yeah, that match looks close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that looks like your closest match, right?
Well, Mike now, like, Anthony's got 135 and 6. If Mike gets another 30 count here, he's up 55 or 45. So that's close, but with only 3 frames left, it's still not that close. Now this 3-spot match is real close. Look at that now.
Yeah. I think with Jesse opening here, this spare shot may be Sean's staying shot here.
I was just gonna say this is the shot that Sean, I think, is because it is such a close match, and I know he started off great, but he misses this spare, and that's 3 frames in a row, and 2 of those 3 pins happen, right?
And at the end of the day, you can look at individual matches, but it also comes down to total, right? Because total is what's going to win this. And they got 2 marks at the top. Sean's got to keep the marks going here. Throw a good shot with the corner spare here.
Definitely.
And hopefully Anthony and Jen answer.
At this point, it may not even be a matchup thing. It may just be like a momentum change, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about team total.
He knows this is a big shot. He's taking a little more time than he did the first one.
Well, maybe the tangle helped him.
Yeah,
help him slow down a little bit or threw him off. But that's
there it is, right on the nose.
Yeah. Great shot. So that brings him basically in control of his match. If assuming they were both a strikeout kind of thing. So the ball's in his court. Now Anthony here needs to come back after that. He's got a double in between a couple head pins. So hopefully he can find the side again here.
Yeah, definitely.
And Bradford, I expect to see a lot of emotion out of Bradford here if he can bury another good shot here.
Got that one out a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Anthony get back
Anthony
on the pocket.
Come back, yeah.
When he's in that right pocket, Anthony, that's a money shot for sure.
Yeah, just tons of roll, super smooth shot.
Yeah.
And it's one of those ones where
Anthony has some Timmins connections too, actually. I just found out, I think when we were at Club Tour, that he used to come up to Timmins and work all the time up here. So didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Good half for Bradford.
I'll be counting on his.
There you go.
When the time comes.
That's a good frame for Heartland. All marks.
Getting through 7 here. Okanagan, I have them at 865.
I got
all of their marks.
I got Heartland at 777. And Heartland's got 5 marks, so they did exactly what they needed to do. Now they got to just keep doing it kind of on the way in here. Because Okanagan didn't really step off the gas because they got their 4 marks themselves. Obviously, a few of the doubles kind of went away. But
I think this is the kind of part where if I'm on the kingpins here, I'm not even looking at the other side. Just go up there, you're throwing your shot and get everything you can. Try not to leave it to chance. Don't let what Okanagan's doing.
Good half for
force
Drew,
you to squeeze a little bit.
Just solid 30 counts from four in so far. So 197 after 7, just solid.
Making the most of it.
Big miss for Eric there.
And maybe a little too, maybe too little, too late, but just to make you think maybe that's a spot where you put Gino in. For 9-10.
I was just gonna say he maybe should have thrown Gino in there. Gino could lead off too, like you said.
He's an emotional guy too. Good shot for Bailey there too. Okanagan came to play.
It's tough, you know. Heartland, like you said, they did everything they needed to do in 7 there, but Okanagan's not giving them an inch.
Nope. No. Well, that's what we expect in the pro league, man. Hey, these guys are all pros. Guys and girls are pros, and it's no one wants to get pulled. No one wants to lose. No one wants to do anything, and it's cutthroat, man.
And it's one game.
Yeah, one game.
It's one game.
You just propelled right in. This is game 7.
Yeah, you can. 2 games, you can maybe have a little wiggle room. You got 2 games, you know. Okay,
when you have 2 games, that those extra little individual wins become a huge thing, right? Because you know that's important, right? But when it's do or die, at the end of the day, it's all about total. You don't win total, you're not going to win unless someone goes off and it goes like a 4-4 split or something like that.
Exactly.
But like, yeah, it's all total.
You got 10 frames to either keep your bowling shoes out or grab your golf shoes.
Yeah, Edler. Veteran. No, Elder. Sorry. Well, yeah, good game for Mike there too. You know, he's 210 and 7, 300 pace, 195 at the top, and
it's a good spot for it. It makes Bradford just being able to focus on his game. You're not needing that shot to turn over the lineup, or you're thinking about needing that shot to build up a total.
Yeah, the 4-5 spot is a huge spot in the lineup. Another good shot for
Bradford.
Sean.
Couldn't quite get the sweeper there.
Good count though. Good count. Keeps him close with his match with Jen too. Like if we're looking at individual again, it's it's a 10-pin game. I know Jen's working on a strike there, but keeps it close with 2 frames to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okanagan, their totals, like they're all running really well today.
Yeah, they're putting together a good game, and they're not doing it on the back of a monster. Like they're doing it consistently. They're not going to blow you away. Probably not going to win a single spot with that, but
you go back to the 5th frame whenever they've been averaging 4 marks a frame, and they got 5 and 8. So they're like you said, they're not giving them an inch. And then unfortunately, Heartland's gotten a couple head pins and a couple missed spare conversions and stuff like that. So just can't get going there.
And at that point, you're trying so hard because you see all the marks. I don't know if they're watching the other team score.
I'm pretty sure they have a TV, I think, set up somewhere in their lounge or right next to them. So I'm pretty sure they're keeping up with the scoring.
2 frames left. Okanagan's pushing that 1,000 mark, right? Like that's a good spot to be. You're looking
plus with all those marks too, right? So
exactly, and you're looking at that's going to be. Keep this pace. You're looking at least 1,250, 1,300, and that's where you want to be. That's good. That's typically a good safe number.
Yeah, I have about, before Jen shoots her shot, Heartland's at 880, so they're about 100 pins down here with 2 frames left, so can't carry that left corner.
Definitely like that shot. You can see just in the energy she tried to bring through it, but couldn't quite get the carry on the left there. And again, this is a big spare because you look at Okanagan's got the 5 marks, and Jen's spare will get Heartland 2.
Yeah, they're in tough, but they need to set it up with a good 9th frame here.
Oh,
that's tough, man. It's tough. Well, tough frame for Heartland. Hopefully they can regroup here and have a good finish.
Finish off strong, even if you're running a little behind. Just finish it off. That's what every bowler wants to do.
A few marks down, but only 90 pins difference, right? Like through 10 frames, it's not an impossible task.
There we go.
Couple strikes up top,
but Drew just follows suit too, though.
Yeah,
and the fact that Drew. And, the difference there, Drew's got that spare and 8, so just gave himself just a little bit more wiggle room, right?
He's been counting 30s from the 4th frame on. Spare strike, spare strike, spare strike.
Yeah,
like
really steady, right? That one blip in 3 was the head pin, and other than that, it's been 30 or better every time.
Yep.
Well, and the head pin isn't like it's not a miss. You can't even call that a bad,
No, it's just
it's just an untimely.
A little bit less progress. It's just a little bit less progress. It's more of an average frame.
Yes. No. We averages are 3s and a couple of 2 pins, and
I'm trying to give you guys some credit here, Henry. Just take it.
Jeez. Well, actually, speaking of credit, I think the Mighty Plucks had 2 games left,
I don't
and the average pros were ahead of them by 1.5.
They were up by
points.
Yeah, 1.5. We needed to take 2 points in the last 2 games, and we only took 1. We went 1 and got swept or something like that. It was silly.
Man.
It's okay. We avoided relegation. That was our goal for the year.
We got Gino in for Bev, but I think at this point it's just too little, too late.
Yeah,
with Okanagan, like they got 3 strikes and 9 there. Bailey got the triple there too. So
and even further, it's just kind of hard for somebody to make a difference with 4, maybe 5 balls.
So we got Drew that already locked up his match. We have Bailey that already locked up his match. Jesse, Sean still got a shot at this match. Mike at the bottom or in the 4 spot looks like his match is his too. So you're looking at least 3 right now looking for Okanagan, and they got to make Heartland's got to make the difference in pinfall, but they're not putting up any marks. So they're definitely in tough here. And I think they know it, right? I'm sure they're watching, so it's tough to get going, right? Just like, we played our last match with hopes of making the playoffs, and then as soon as you lose your first match, you're done. It's like it's hard to keep going for the next match or even the last few frames kind of thing, right? You're just like, get me off the lanes at times, but it's
credit to Okanagan. It's a real early start for them. A couple of them might have slept at the bowling alley.
Yeah, especially we're saying Bailey left at like 5 a.m. or something like that to get up for this. So unreal dedication for Okanagan, and in their second season, they're making the playoffs, and they, it's looking good for them to get through to get to the semis. So
Anthony gets the slider. I don't think he wanted it. He was going to grab that ball.
He was just forget it. I'm just going to keep throwing.
But Heartland's putting up a decent frame here. They got 3 marks. They just didn't have anything to work on off the 8th. So So hopefully Jen can throw a good one here.
Well, and there's another 5-frame mark for Okanagan too, right?
You look at Okanagan,
11:58. They got all those marks rolling. Like
14 of their last 15 frames are marks.
Right.
That's how you build a game.
Yeah. And it's easier when everybody's throwing marks, right? You just feel like I can't miss either because everybody else on that team's throwing strikes, like you're, getting marks.
And if you do miss, you're whatever. You're like, oh, the rest of the team is rolling hot anyways, right? You can afford to miss.
Yeah, whatever. I can throw up my spare. Whereas, the Heartland, they're struggling, so they kind of struggle as a team. I think that's what we found this year with us as our team. Man, if one guy's, 2 or 3 guys struggled, it kind of everybody starts struggling instead of the other way, right? We had a couple hot games where it was like, man, just nobody seemed to be able to miss. It was just.
Yep, that's how it goes. That's how you get those big numbers and those small numbers, right? Yeah. It's like next gen, right? Everybody struggles, they bowl 1,000, but then everybody's on fire, they shoot 1,600, right? So it's
all back to back. It's like exactly.
It's just weird how it works. This game is so finicky. This and golf, right? It's like the most frustrating games. Yet that one
we have
shot,
but we have fun doing
makes us coming back, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of golf. You can play double bogey, triple bogey golf through the first 17, but then you birdie 18 and you're back tomorrow.
You're like tomorrow, I nailed that ball.
I found it. I figured it out.
That's a curse word. I stopped saying that. I always say, "Oh, okay, I think I figured it out now. I know what I'm doing." No, you don't.
No,
you have no clue what you're doing.
Look at Drew. Drew with a 30 finish there. 285. Great. Solid game.
Yeah, solid game.
Just never gave Eric a chance to get back into it.
No.
Yeah. So one.
I guess that's what you want.
No, that's it. It's one game. It's playoffs. You want to keep bowling. You left your house at 2 a.m. so you could get there for 8. You might as well throw a ton, right?
Yeah, imagine having to travel that 3-4 hours or whatever one way to bowl one game and then pack your stuff and drive back home.
Oh.
So at least Bailey's got himself a few games.
Hopped on the puddle jumper and just flew into the bowling alley.
You're about to jump on the old puddle jumper here pretty quick, Al? When are you leaving?
Yeah, we're leaving Wednesday night. I gotta drive up to Toronto because flights from Timmins to Toronto are just stupid. So we gotta do the drive, and then we're gonna fly up with the rest of the guys there, and we'll be there Wednesday night, and then ready to go for Thursday.
Good. It should be fun.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
Okanagan's having some fun now. They're cheering on Bailey
yeah.
for 555.
They're loose, right? And
So 2-0 Okanagan. So it looks like it's going to go Okanagan's way here. Heartland's just trying to post up a number and put up something, right? You never want to finish on a down low here, but it's the last shots of the season. Might as well finish on a high note.
Yeah, and I think if you're Okanagan here, you want to have those good shots because you're still going.
You still got
going
another
up
game
against,
to go, right?
Well, you're going up not only against the number 1 seed, but you're going up against the defending champs. So you still want to stay loose. You still want to be ready because it's
Is that public enemy number 1, isn't it? I heard they're the most hated team in the league, so I don't know.
Hate it or not, the job's not done for Okanagan.
True enough.
Oh, Sean actually squeaked out this match against Bailey, unfortunately, or against Jesse with Jesse picks up 5 for 258.
Sean,
there you go. Sean got it there. So.
And Sean finished with a big old yak on the lane, eh?
Yeah, a couple yaks and 5 and 10 there, right in the middle and right at the end, but still a solid 263 game. You clean up those 2 frames, and he's looking at a 300 probably pretty easily. So just got to erase those 2 frames from his memory. And
yeah,
well, I mean, both of them, right?
Still took his point at the end of the day.
Jesse has a good finish. He's still got the 300 sitting as well, right? So
yeah, absolutely. 2
serviceable games. Not going to win a single spot with those, but no, you're not going to complain about 250s, 260s.
So 2-1 Okanagan after the first 3, and then Mike's going to take the 4th spot here. So it's going to be 3-1 Okanagan after the first 4. Yeah, and if Bradford throws huge in the last frame here, like he can be at a 260, so your low game would be 250. So like what a steady team game there, right? Like nobody really struggling, right?
Gets the little kick.
Little kick to post a 3 there. So
it's just one of those things when things are going your way, you get that bounce. Where when things are not going your way, there's no chance.
You can throw a bomb in a pocket and get aces, absolutely.
Yeah, so Mike averaged 239 in the regular season. He's going to post up a 300. Just shows his experience, right? Just a vet guy that you want in your lineup. Put him in the 4 hole there to give the confidence to the anchor. Never a bad time.
Well, I guess there is a bad time if your opponent's got a 4, but
even then, you still shot a 3.
Okay,
you can't control
okay, John.
Does, right? So.
Hey man,
damn it,
we've all been there, right? Right?
No, yeah. I've only shot 1 4.
Yeah, there's no better feeling in a 2-game match than with a 600 double and you lose by 200.
Bradford with a bomb. Jen finishes solidly with a little 25 count finish for a 253. Not a terrible game by any means.
No. Bradford, not that it's going to change anything as far as result, but Bradford can take this one away, and that might be something to carry over into the next game. That little bit of momentum, strong finish from your bottom 2, right?
As a team thing at this point, it's like you just don't want to. You try not to be low man on your team, right? So he's trying to throw Bailey underneath the bus here.
Exactly.
So I'm sure he's going for that double here.
Oh yeah.
And you look at Bailey's frames outside of 10, like he put together a solid game for a 251. And it just seems like, man, he was bowling really well and he only got 250.
Yeah, well, he had that head pin. Well, he missed his 2 spares. So, like, if you give him a spare.
Oh, right. I see that. Yeah, he missed his 2 spares. Yeah.
He's got 4 open frames, and he still shot 250, right? You clean that up and you get your spares, you're looking at another 300 game, right? It's, you take it with a grain of salt that you still kind of manage the 250, but he left a lot out there too, right? Which I'm sure he doesn't like. So hopefully we'll fix that. But hey, great game by Okanagan, 6-2 over Heartland.
6-2, so, 1357, if my math is right.
Where's DB with the updated totals?
DB's got 38 in there. But,
201, 263,
1357.
I got 1357.
I got 1155, I think.
Yeah, so DB probably fell asleep there the last couple of frames. I think that's what happened.
263, 235. Yeah, I think I got 1155 for Heartland. So 160 some or 100, almost 200 pin win for Okanagan. So great start for Okanagan.
That's a great.
they'll be moving on to face our defending champs and number 1 seed of the Cargill division, the Dream Crushers.
Bailey confirmed it. 1357 total for them.
1357.
Well,
Yep.
let's
Loop
get them in here.
managers.
Let's have a quick little chat.
Me first, guys. Wow, that's a little hard to keep track of everything in the background, but wow.
Oh,
I got
You're doing a good
calculus
job.
here
I
ready
know.
to go here. Trying to
Yeah,
calculate.
you're doing good with an app. I got a spreadsheet going.
I went with the bowling app.
Keep it all going. So you guys keep doing what you're doing.
I didn't do anything. I just sat here and looked good like I do.
Yeah. I do believe that the next matches you're going to have a little bit more fun to do with that. So we got a little bit more of a manual scoring coming up for us. But anyways, we'll
Don't worry, I got it, Al. I'll take
That's why you got
Okanagan.
the app. That's why I'm in the background. You keep it up. I'll boot myself out. I'll bring in Bailey and Robert. Good job, guys.
Hey guys,
Hey,
How's it going?
pretty good.
Yeah, I guess it
not
is,
so
eh?
good.
Not so good from Robert's side
Well,
of things.
Not
eh?
so good.
Well,
Yeah.
Bailey, I mean, you let the team down in the 10th frame. What were you thinking there? You just 5-5. Like, what were you doing?
I was just throwing balls.
Yeah, it's
Three of them.
You guys were in a good spot. You still got some more games to go. It's a little early to be
Yeah.
auditioning for the average pros.
That's fair.
Yeah,
It's a tough cut to make. It's a low bar.
it's too. It is.
A great
I
game
mean, you
from
can always put
Okanagan
out for the
there.
Venom. Anyone can make that team.
Yeah.
Well,
Great game from Okanagan. You guys got hot at the end there. 7, 8, 9. I think John was
Yeah.
saying 14 out of 15.
14 out of
marks kinda
15
thing.
marks. Just
Never
never
really
gave
gave
them a
the-
chance.
Never
And,
gave Heartland a chance. Heartland kind of struggled a little bit with a few missed spares and a few
A
punches.
lot.
Yeah, it was tough to just get that chemistry going for everybody and get rolling. But at the end of the day, you got to commend Okanagan for not
Oh,
keeping
they
that
pulled
pedal to the
heck of
metal.
a game.
Yeah,
They
no,
did.
it's, you
They
know,
never
we
let
needed-
off.
We
regular
needed
season.
redemption. Last time we played against Heartland, Jen threw an 8-bagger at us, and it was just, oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
She
definitely
threw that turkey, and I'm like, it's happening.
you got your redemption in the form of 1357, 6-2 win, and just all around great bowling. You know, it was,
Great bowling,
it was
great-
not only a 1350, but it was a really consistent 1350.
Yeah.
and
Like a
that's
250 low man and high man with Mike at 315, just steady throughout the lineup there, and
It's a solid,
And
solid.
yeah. always had a double going too, if I'm not mistaken. Like you always had somebody on a double or a triple kind of thing. Jesse in the middle, Mike, you Bailey going into 10 kind of thing. So you always had something going on the team side of things. So it was really good game for sure. And Heartland, I know the season comes to an end, but still a playoff team, back-to-back seasons, the inaugural season and then the second year. So you're still nothing to be ashamed of. And we all know you guys got some power in your lineup. So
Yeah, it kind of hurt only having 6 players. We lost a couple through the years. That kind of hurt. Bumper to pull people, ran into a bunch of head pins, and like you say, missed spare opportunities. And that's kind of been our last couple of games. So
yeah.
we definitely got to fix that part of the game. Before we go, I just want to say thanks to all our sponsors of our team. We got some pretty good sponsors, and we had a pretty good crowd today. So I want to say thanks to everybody that supports our team, and thanks to all you guys that commentate, do the cameras, do the background stuff. This is such a great league, and it's awesome.
From the outside looking in, Robert, there's obviously you really involve your community in this pro league. So props to you for leading that into your team, for spreading the word of your team. So it's always a pleasure to see you guys bowling. There's a lot of good bowlers on your team. So wishing you guys all the best in the off season. I'm sure you guys will come stronger. You'll come out even stronger next year.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll make some changes, and we'll be good.
Awesome.
We'll be back.
We look forward to seeing round 3 from the Heartland Kingpins next year.
Thanks.
Perfect.
And Okanagan, we'll see you guys up soon, but we'll let you go. We'll do the transition to I guess this would be the semifinals. So our number 1 seed Dream Crushers versus our 4-5 winner, the Okanagan Eclipse. So DB, if you want to transition it up, bring in our managers for the pregame for game number 2.
Awesome.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
You still in
Good morning,
Panama?
Danny.
No, actually, I'm in
Are you-
Vegas. We watched the game last night.
Dude's never home.
Yeah,
Is that their cruise?
the
Is
Wi-Fi
that their
here
cruise
is
ship?
horrible. So
Yeah.
Pro League live from Vegas. I like it.
yeah,
Pro League International Tour.
There you go.
Live from the MGM.
The Cargill division has a Vegas residency now.
Well, welcome to I guess the first semifinal in the Cargill division. We got the Dream Crushers manager Denny, and we got the Okanagan Eclipse manager Bailey on the stream right now. So Danny, we just saw Okanagan throw up a big number there. What's the thought with the Dream Crushers going in? Crickets.
No thoughts, just bowl.
No thoughts, just bowling. Bailey, you guys
Yeah.
just obviously keeping the momentum going into this match. Any thoughts from you before we go with the lineup?
Yeah,
What's been going?
We're obviously feeling good, and we're in a good. We're feeling like mentally in a good spot, and we're just gonna keep rolling, stay in the present, and keep the ball.
So this is
rolling.
yeah. So this is a 2-game matchup. So obviously the importance of coming out strong in the first game probably be huge for both sides. So excited to see what happens. So I don't know if you guys want to go straight to your lineups. We'll start with Okanagan since you're the lower seed.
So we're running with the same lineup: Drew, myself, Jesse, Mike, and then Chris, and then with Yvonne and Alan on the bench.
Perfect. So yeah,
And-
it's kind of tough to change your lineup after a good game
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
might as well keep on rolling.
And Dream Crushers, can we get a lineup for game one here?
I don't know,
Danny?
Danny's having bad Wi-Fi, but they did send us their lineup in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe
Yep.
their lineup is Carrie at the top, Caitlin in the 2-hole, Tim in 3, Gary Baird in 4, Adam Weber in 5, and their bench players are Katie and Vic. So that's the lineup for the Dream Crushers there. So we'll let DB take off with the transition. Managers, best of luck. And next ball will be official.
Awesome.
All right, let's get to work, guys.
Perfect.
Props to them. We are taking a little break here. There we go.
That's fantastic.
Are we writing off the lineups, DB, in the back here? We're going to put up the full rosters for both teams, and we got Heartland Kingpin graphics on the bottom right, so that should not be that. It should be the Okanagan Eclipse. So I don't know from a tech side if we can update that real quick.
Sorry, Al, you're just all over this, Al. Man, you're almost like a professional at this.
You know what? I've been wanting to be a broadcaster my whole life. Actually,
It's
actually
not his first rodeo.
not my first rodeo. We got it, and I did this with Bobby Bocash when we did the live on Eastlink and Timmins, whatever. And the guy always told me, just keep talking.
Yeah.
Don't no dead air. Just keep talking, whether it's about whatever.
Generally, that's not an issue for me. I can talk with the best of them.
I'm just probably talking too much. Team roster,
Car-
Dream Crushers. That's Henry. That's you.
We got Carrie Kreitz, Dexter Wiseman, Tim Wiseman, Katie Rayner, Adam Weber, Victor Forberg, Caitlin Armour, and Carrie Bird. And the manager is MIA Danny Clapp in Vegas.
In Vegas. Is this me? No, this is you.
Is this me?
No,
no, this was you.
me.
This was you.
me. Okanagan, sorry.
God,
Bailey Lawson,
guys.
Yvonne Walker, Drew Soroka, Alan Byrne, Chris Bradford, Trevor Rachalski, Mike Elder, and Jesse Buchanan, coach or manager Bailey Lawson out of Lincoln Lanes.
So we didn't get to see it with all the graphics going on, and they did not give us
Nothing. We didn't miss anything important. We missed 2 headpin 15s. So
And a bomb by
Idiot.
Caitlin.
Caitlin knew the camera was on and she got that first strike. So
better pay attention.
Bailey's looking to match up and
does. I know Dexter is coaching some YBC kids in Regina right now, so he's clearly not going to be available for this game, but he's probably listening, or he's probably not listening because he just assumes his team's going to win.
Tim throws an absolute bomb.
Yeah, so other events going on right now, too. I think we got the NBT event kind of going on with their playoffs, and we got YBC Nationals going on, and we got the 5PL playoffs, so exciting times for 5-pin bowling.
Bowling's at its busiest, a couple playoff games here. We go right into Red Deer next week.
Yes, sir. Red Deer next week, the last stop for the WCBT, so be exciting for some.
There was a time when there was actually a break, where the summer for bowlers was off.
Some stats here. So, team average is 256, so it's pretty huge. Weber kind of leading the team at 272 and Dexter right behind, but Dexter only had 60 frames, so what's up with that? But
the thing I happen to notice right away looking at that, as a
scores.
team, they average 256, but their opponent's averaging only 240. So that's a pretty healthy margin of victory that they've had throughout the season, and that's how you lock up that number one seed, right?
Is that the intimidation factor? Like these guys are good. I mean, maybe it's everybody, but like Dream Crushers, honestly, they've got such a good team. Is it intimidating? You don't bowl as well?
Maybe it could just happen to be just bad timing, right?
Yeah. Well, why didn't anybody have bad timing when they're playing the average pros?
Because it's easier to have bad timing when the team averages 256 instead of
True.
Instead of whatever the average pros averaged.
Let's not put up those
215. Team average 215.
Weber misses right here.
Weber misses right. Put that in the calendar.
I was going to say, are you thinking about pulling Weber now?
I don't know. We got Katie and Vic on the bench for the Dream Crushers. So what's this here? Individual high averages for the women. So we had Caitlin. Look at that. Caitlin was at in the second spot at 268.
Jeez.
Just a monster average. And even Jessie there for the Eclipse was kind of in the middle of the graphic there at 247. So she can hold her own too. So she showed it the last game, right? So props to them.
Weber opening up early. I don't know. Maybe he was watching game one, took notes from Jesse, and saw that's a good way to get a four-bagger in there.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Slow start for the Dream Crushers, only 2 marks, and Okanagan keeps staying hot with 4 marks. Averages for the men here. No Dream Crushers, Weber, Wiseman. Only 2 of them up there. No Eclipse bowlers there, but what do regular season stats mean? We're watching it right now with the NHL playoffs, right? It don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't matter. What are you going to do for me today?
I love the we won Florida chant, so that's been really well.
How's that working out? How's that working out for them, man?
Careful what you wish for, boys.
Not over yet, but
no, it's totally not. If anybody can score some goals, it's those guys.
Yeah, so Bailey pitching out to the right after Drew got onto the side again. Carey got onto the mark train at least. Caitlin just throwing bombs right out of the gate.
She's ready to crush some dreams.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's actually had any nightmares after bowling the Crushers, or is that just some figment thing? Why did they incorporate the orange in their jerseys this year? I'm just curious. I like how everybody's got a home and an away jersey too. I think the Bombers had a black and a white version.
Yeah.
And you guys too, the pros, whatever, you guys had a white and a black version. Eh?
We started out right early on. We had enough sponsors that we were like, let's spend our money on jerseys. We had a ton of sponsors.
Nice. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's
our
awesome.
year's paid for next year too. So with our sponsors from last year.
Jesus. Carrying over some of that sponsorship money.
Not some, all of it.
All of it? There you go.
Yeah, that's good. It worked out. We had a night out too, and if the people want to give us some money, we'll take it and put it to good use. So we bought home and away jerseys, and then I noticed some other people came out with some home and away jerseys. I think the Bombers got some. They look, I love it. Just something different.
How long until the average pros get their Nike City Connect jerseys?
Jesus.
Well, actually, we talked about reverse retros for next year.
The Winter Classic jersey. If you start bowling outside, we're gonna have some problems.
We've probably been known to throw some balls down the parking lot. We're in.
There you go, Dream Crushers, kind of getting on the getting marks here. Four working with Adam up now.
I think the important thing for the Okanagan is like the Dream Crushers are going to throw marks, and you're gonna have to keep with them as best you can while they're throwing their marks.
Adam missing just a little bit right, so gonna have to recalibrate the target here. Not often you see him miss once, let alone miss twice.
Yeah.
No, it's too good not to figure it out.
Absolutely.
But you just never know. With a guy like Victor on the bench, right? Victor's hell of a player too, right?
Yeah, again, that's another guy who's about as accurate as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad problem to have, eh? Victor on the bench. Jeez.
Yeah, some teams have that issue, Henry.
Yeah. we need a bench. We've had a tough bench this year, not gonna lie.
Chris here, so hopefully top and bottom for Okanagan can kind of keep a couple marks here. And now that Dream Crusher's got that first frame out of the way.
Dream Crusher's doing what they do and just
pitch out spares. And Tim and Caitlin living up to the hype anyways.
You know what? Don't leave it if you can't spare it.
Don't leave it if you can't spare it. I like it. That's a thing the mayor of Timmins should be known for.
Yeah.
It's on my campaign poster.
They got 2 games to just ease in. It's not like they need to get. You're not going to win the first 3 frames, but you definitely can't help your cause by, you don't want
you don't want to ease in too much either, though, because some of these we saw it in the last game. A lot of even in the last game, there was a few matches that were within 30, 40 pins, right? And that's a shot or two, right? So you don't want to give up too much early, because you don't want to be behind the 8 ball going into the second game either. So
Drew setting himself up for another 30 count. Something we haven't seen before from him.
30s, baby. I'll take 30s all day.
Oh.
All right, I'll take that one.
That's
okay. No, I was totally
we've all had our one.
That was totally you.
We've all had our one.
Kerry cleaning up his spare.
Yeah, corner spare for Mr. Kreitz, Mr. 5PU himself. Nope. Caitlin. Wide left on the double. I was always told that never start with a double unless you're going to get the third one. Is that a thing you guys do as well, or no?
I don't start with doubles either.
I don't. I was always told if you're going to start with 2, you better make sure you get the third one, because if you miss the third one,
maybe that's why we're doing commentary right now. And not still
don't listen to us. Clearly,
that's exactly what it is. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing is if you're going to be bad, be awful. So just have that one really terrible frame and then just pad it up with a few strikes.
Yeah, well, let it all go in one frame.
Of course, when it's not on a stream, it's a little bit more an SFW version of that sentence. But, the point is still the same.
There, Timmy looks locked in, eh? Can't even make fun of the guy. Well, you can get his bald spot that's on the camera most of the time, but
Jesus. Is he wearing a hat? I thought he was wearing
look at he did, but he took it off when he's standing in front of the camera there in that shiny.
He's got the trucker hat on so you can see it through the little mesh.
Glows.
There you go, Mike. Here we go. Shot, Okanagan trying to get some steam here.
Don't look now. Okanagan going for a run.
There you go. Bradford at the bottom. Baird with a good shot in the right pocket there. Just doesn't carry that left corner.
Bradford's off to a good start here. Just quietly. Corner spare.
Hey, 280 game. Nothing wrong with that.
Just doing what you need to do. Got that one out a little bit.
Corner.
Why not?
280. Here we go.
Just take the count at this point.
Admittedly, maybe not the most deserving corner.
That's the thing, right?
Cleanest shot, but
just take the extra count.
Those are the ones you grab that spare ball and you put it right in the center of the pin and you just don't ask questions.
I don't know. I think after 3, well, I mean, maybe that shot wasn't great, but a couple of those other ones, after getting corner pins like that, you feel like, come on, just, that's down.
That's down. So totals are still pretty close here. Okanagan got 4 marks in that frame. Weber miss to start. Wow. When seeing that coming.
He did not turn around and look at the coach because he knows.
Well, the coach is in Vegas, first of all, so I don't even know.
That's true enough. And his Wi-Fi is so bad, Weber will probably finish his frame before he gets pulled anyways.
Jesus.
But he can still go 5 spare here and keep the 5 marks rolling.
It is Weber, so he's got like 3 minutes until
that's a good point. He's in the middle of his backswing. You're out.
One thing for sure, he's not in a hurry. So through Okanagan, not counting their working on what they've got for their marks, I've got 268 through 3 and
332 for Dream Crushers.
Pretty close. Lots of marks. We're working on both sides, so let's see who capitalizes on all those marks.
I was a better ball in his last frame, so.
Yeah, better ball for both, or not for Carey. Sorry.
No.
Better ball for both, except for Carey.
Except for Carey. So better ball for Drew. With the
and
conversion.
He gets the spare too. Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, girlfriend came in and started flinging some groceries around, whatever, and I got all excited with all the new food we got. So I'm focused now.
Can we get a commercial break so Al can get some food here?
Get some snacks. Or get your popcorn ready.
I got a bag behind me that's just full of snacks you can't get in Canada.
Oh, nice. That's a nice shot by Bailey.
From your trip to the duckpin tournament.
Little duckpin road trip.
Caitlin looks pretty relaxed, throwing bombs.
She showed up ready to crush some dreams.
Yeah.
Definitely paying attention. So I don't care that you woke up at 2 a.m., Bailey. We're here to play.
Maybe you should have camped out overnight.
You were 3 hours into your drive and I was just rolling out of bed ordering my Starbucks. We're here to play.
Oh.
All right. Couple of head pins for the Dream Crushers. Cancels out a few marks. Hopefully Jesse can spare this up and take advantage.
Keep their and she does.
Marks going. Yeah. 7 in a row. Got to keep the marks going. 30 counts are good all day.
And just like that, right? Like, Tim started with that triple, but one open frame and she's right back in the game, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I was told if you're going to start with the triple, you better get that 4th one. If not, you might as well not get.
You might as well just pack it in. Get the pull. Get the yank.
Mike trying to work on the strike there. Wondering who moved the middle on him.
Wide right.
Oh,
another throw up session. Oh no! Now there's a cat on the screen.
There's
disaster.
There's a nice shot by Gary.
Gary Bear, just another steady guy, right? That was a big pickup for the Dream Crushers in the off season there.
Here we go. Let's see if Weber's recalibrated.
Oh, Mike.
That one was a lot of throw up.
Yeah, there was.
That's okay.
Clean up on aisle 4.
Bradford's just going to come in and throw a bomb here and just pick him up because he's a team guy like that.
There's Weber. That's the one we all know.
So, a couple head pins for the Dream Crushers and then 3 bombs. So, keeps it respectable.
Weber at the bottom, it goes 5, 5, 5. And then the 4th frame, it goes 5 in the pit.
Oh.
So, marks are even anyways, 3 on each side. Double for Okanagan helps a little bit. It should be pretty close for total.
466 for the Dream Crushers.
We'll do some quick math here, see what we can figure out.
375 and
about 380 or so for Okanagan. depending on.
Yeah, I got 380 with Bradford's one Baldinger, so
yeah,
383.
So 383, down about 80 pins. Marks are even. The double can end up being huge for Bailey and his team here. So definitely still a big
back
frame.
to game, right? And this is where they kind of turned it on right around the commercial break. So they're definitely gonna be looking to replicate that strategy. It worked out well the first time.
The commercial break too, right? It's always the commercial break frame. 5 and 6 are huge frames before and after. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys do here.
I mean, the Dream Crushers bowl with Adam, so they pretty much have a commercial break every frame. So probably doesn't affect them too much.
Henry's just giving the digs to his fellow Sherwood Bowl bowlers over there.
Honestly, I'm surprised he's not sitting right behind them to do it.
Doing the commentary.
Actually, you know what the funny thing is how it was told? You should go down in the lanes and do that, but somebody was out way too late last night.
That's no excuse. Bailey was up at 11 p.m. so he can go to bowl.
Yeah, and Kalen throwing bombs.
Drew with his spare. Keeps his match close with Carey at the top there. Through 5. Bailey thin on the right. 40 count in the third.
Bailey tried to go skinny jeans, but it's just...
Timmy right back at her. So Dream Crushers put in some strikes here before the commercial break, and then the chopped cherry.
And a chopped cherry.
Someone get him a shirt.
He has one.
Shirt. He has one. There you
go. And those shirts can be bought online in the 5-pin universe.
Oh, here we go. Here's a plug. Where's the scroller ticker with the website at the bottom there?
Right.
We need DB in the back. Hey, on cue. It is
Link in bio. Link in bio.
Yeah. You could also pick up your average pro shirts if you want one of them. They're sure DB will have some on the website for you.
There we go. There's the ticker. We lose the total with that.
Oh, there's a good shot by Jessie.
Absolute bomb.
Yeah. She's bowled really well these 2 games. She
came to play.
She throws hard.
Yeah, a lot of power in that shot.
A lot of power, a lot of big wind up too, eh? Like really gets the ball in their backswing there. So need Mike to step up here, forget that last frame, and get back on the train here.
I thought he was going to shove that 3-pin again to show that he can hit it.
Who's on the bench for Okanagan?
We have Alan and Yvonne on the bench for Okanagan.
Yeah, them.
So we looking at a poll here or what? Like,
I'm just looking. You know,
I think it's time. It's time.
Like,
is this?
Yeah,
here we go.
And that's,
there it is.
You know, it's tough, but you need
Coach Henry making the right call here.
Yeah. We'll see if it's the right call.
And it's tough too because Mike just had a 300 game in the last game too, right? So
I know,
experienced guy, but we got Alan on the bench. I'm sure he's been warming up on the side, so hopefully he's been, feeling good, and hopefully he'll come in right off the bench.
Hopefully he's doing some stretches beforehand.
Katie getting loose over there for the Dream Crushers because they're off to such a slow pace right now.
There we go, Alan off the bench.
Yeah, I see, right off the bench. Good job.
From the streets.
So we have our first poll. So we have so now we only have Yvonne on the bench for Okanagan, and we still have Katie and Vic on the Dream Crushers. But the Dream Crushers with a solid 5th frame heading into the break.
And I would have already pulled Adam in 2, so he's come back and doubled up on me. So
there we go. Bradford like that one.
Bradford finally gets that. Yep.
All right, we'll go right into the commercial break. Totals, we'll update those, and we'll see where we're at after 5 frames.
He's on it. 586. Perfect. 499.
Giddy up.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
Man, that Canadian Brewhouse commercial makes me want to go have a beer right now.
It's so funny you say that. I was literally thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I want to go to this brew house place, but I said we don't have any in Timmins.
Oh, you don't? We'll hit you up with one. Does Red Deer have a brew house? I guess you guys wouldn't know. Neither one of you are from around this area.
Yeah, I don't know. You tell us, man.
Hey,
Well, worst case,
anybody?
Al, there's a brew house about not too far from Nebs.
Oh, giddy
Oh
up.
yeah,
There
we
you go.
were there last year. That was fun.
Got to support the sponsors, right?
Yeah.
All right, second half. Let's get at her here. Drew out of the gate. Little pitch out spare action.
That's better.
Carey keeping it clean. Left corner spare. 30 count. Close match. 18
Keeping that one
pins after
tight.
5.
Lots of room for it to swing either way.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
see if Caitlin can keep up the electric start that she had.
Just absolutely lasers it down. Jeez.
Not bad.
Bailey
Yeah.
after the
All
top
right
carry.
for a girl.
Oh, and then Caitlin's shot was pretty good too.
Exactly.
Jesus. Really?
Jesus can't save
Yeah, so I guess we won't be back next week. So you'll have a new commentator, Drew, starting
Hey,
We are getting you guys.
if BK Subban can talk about a Lizzo-sized lunch,
That's a good point. Oh shoot!
look at
I
you
gotta,
now.
I gotta see most of these people next week in Red Deer, so I'm keeping mine very,
Yeah, I noticed that.
very nice. I don't want anybody yelling at me next week.
No, they already pick on you, Al. You're just too easy.
Wow,
Man, I didn't even know you when I was picking on you. I'm like, who's this Al guy?
who's this Al guy?
Right,
Just easy going, man. I don't care. I got wide shoulders.
right in Nebs. First thing I do, walk by you. Flux. I'm like,
I was
who's
like,
this guy?
That was Lenny Anthus' first thing he said to me too when he walked into Nebs. I was outside with my Mighty Pluck shirt. He's like, I can't believe you're wearing that shirt in public. I'm like, holy Max, nice to see you too, buddy. I gotta represent, baby. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna bring it out to Red Deer. I might wear it for every shift. Who cares?
You should, because at least
We didn't
Never
finish
mind.
last, man. We would have avoided relegation too. So we're trending upwards.
Well, the average pros are happy you guys are in the league because you make us look good.
Well, if our last game would have been worse, something we might have made something. But anyways, let's stop talking about us. It's not about us. It's playoff time here.
Oh,
It's,
okay. I thought
This
this
is
was
the home
about us.
hardware. This is the fun. Yeah, here, just rub.
Hey,
rub some
look
salt
at how
in the
good that Motor City made them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those guys. I heard they choke in the playoffs like the Leafs.
Jesus. Yikes!
No.
The gloves are off.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
gonna
never
lose.
mind.
We're gonna lose Johnny in the commentary here. He's gonna
choking in the playoffs pays better than not making it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair point.
Fair point.
Not all of us have sponsors on a 10-year contract. Okay?
There's
We gotta
Adam.
make the playoffs to pay our way in.
There's
Good
Adam
frame.
saying, "You pull me, this is what you get."
Good frame. Good frame for Dream Crushers out of the break. They've been all over the middle. I don't think they haven't missed the middle since Adam missed it in 3. So
There's a
some
good shot.
shots on the middle.
Bradford just trying to make Adam work.
Trying to make Adam work and also trying to get his team going too, right? Because they're obviously a little bit behind the 8-ball right now after 6.
It's not an awful frame. You got the 3 marks, two splits in there, but not much you can do about that. Just pin him out, which they definitely did there.
Just got to keep it going. Got to keep the marks.
That looked like a better shot there. Yeah.
Tight, good count.
A little crunchy.
Some high singles. Oh my god, I can't even see high singles on the board. high hingles. Is that what I call that?
Yeah.
This is
Look at next gen, eh?
Next gen with the top 2 scores of the season. What was the Holy Roller score when they went off? Was that 1493 game?
Yeah, it must have been.
Yes. Yeah, that was against us, and
like 1,000 after 5 or
look,
something. Like
even
that.
the Lumberjacks
928 after 5.
928 after 5. So some big scores. We got the Roses that are in the finals too of the home hardware division that posted up a nice number there too. So no surprises there. Top
they can
making
shoot
it to the finals, so they can shoot.
Bailey throwing up a little bit on the lane.
Yeah, he's get Bailey a bib.
And Carey missing there at the top spot there too. It brings Drew right back into the game because he throws a bomb. If Drew throws a bomb, he's down 3, right? So it's super close.
And if game was any indicator, Drew, he's going to put together a good back half.
Yeah.
He's on he's got a ham bone of spares going.
Caitlin she just doesn't care. She's just
ham bone.
Caitlin's here to crush dreams.
No, she's crushing dreams.
Oh, I don't know about crushing dreams, but she's crushing Bailey.
Cut off.
Daryl's gonna put John on the mute button soon.
It's just gonna be Daryl and there. Timmy doesn't crush too much of anything, but he used to crush a lot of beer cans. But he's kind of toned down in his dating days. We had a little tournament for Tim there. The old Tim, the happy, good,
is that
fun
the
Tim.
The TM whatever, the TW.
That's the one.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yep. I convinced Adam to bowl with me. He didn't want to bowl, and I convinced him to. It was my 50th birthday. It was the only reason. I was like, I survived cancer, and he's like, fine, I'll bowl 1 game with you, 1 shift. To throw the cancer card out there to get the guy to bowl with me.
Jesus.
Brutal.
He charges by the hour, so it's a pretty expensive hour. He's taking 3 minutes to bowl.
He actually got me a Make-A-Wish T-shirt. Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, that's what I wore for the tournament. Brought to you by Adam. Thanks, buddy.
Alan coming off the bench with a couple hit pins here. Let's focus back to the action here.
Let's reel it in. Someone's got to be an adult here.
Reel it in here, boys. So Alan coming off the bench with a split and a head pin, but picks up all his wood to
whatever with the
salvage
blow through
that,
chop.
I guess, whatever. But Chris here, big shot for Chris to keep the strikes going because
he's got lots
Dream
of time to throw
Crushers
that strike right in front of Adam.
Dream Crushers are at 9 and change after 7, so putting up a good number. Got a bunch of strikes up there still.
Not bad.
They got to keep it close for total because we all know, even ask John, right? Those totals are big going into the next game. So
wow, I thought you were the guy to reel it in. Come on,
every pin matters, right?
Every pin matters, right? Even if you were to lose this, all those pins matter. So
it's not
2-game match.
I
never know what's
myself for Henry to make some jabs, but I thought we were
not
out.
Someone needs to be an adult here. I'll do it.
I'm being assimilated to you guys just in an hour and a half of commentary. So we got to keep it on the rails here. I got to get a second coffee or something.
I don't think it matters. I think we've lost all of our viewers already from talking, or it's all on mute. We're just watching bowling.
Is there a running total of live viewers on this thing? It just says on Zedek on mine.
I have to go look on
my computer's French.
YouTube.
The YouTube will show your live viewership.
That should be at an all-time high here. Heading into the 8th frame here. Drew looking for a 30 count again. Is he back on it here? Oh, jeez.
Over 80 live
80?
viewers.
Oh, jeez.
This must be a high.
I think it's on. Maybe
wanna
it's because of all the fans of Dream.
Just want to
Dream
apologize
Crushers
to the
don't have
mighty
any
plugs
fans.
to the average pros and Motor City Mayhem. We're full-time commentators now.
Hey,
Numbers have never been
right.
better.
These must be all Eclipse fans because we know it's not Dream Crushers fans.
No, for sure. Or a lot of Heartland that are still kind of watching because they have a lot of fans too.
That's true. Good cleanup there. Caitlin running out. Oh, didn't get lucky there.
Yeah, literally tried to run that one out.
Literally. That looked like an MD run out there almost.
Good thing there's no lane audio. You would have heard the ice cream truck in behind the lane. Just going to grab a soft serve.
Well, just one of the comments from our viewers is everyone's here for me. Thanks, Aaron. I'll send you a check. Oh, that's
Bailey
a tough
with
one.
the big 30 count on the break. Oh,
So now, Caitlin's got like 269. Does she just pitch this in the ditch just to keep the 69 at the?
Why
Or
is
do
there a
you
spaceship?
try to clean that up and gonna wreck that?
the commentator's curse strikes again.
There we go. We need Okanagan to get some marks going here. A couple marks here. See if Alan can find the side here. Timmy just throwing rockets here. See if we can keep her going.
Okanagan need to throw some marks to save us.
Oh, they need some marks for themselves too, though. Timmy just fired.
They're just. I guess that's the thing with the Dream Crushers. I mean, say what you will, they can throw, and it's not like one guy going on a heater. I don't.
No, they're feeding off of each other. This is a group that knows how to win, and they know it's a team thing. They can't just do it all off of one monster. So they're all here to play.
So they all throw monsters.
Well, that's
the scary part when they all get going, right? Once they all get going, like it's just like any other big team out there. We all have the favorites in the league, right? You always think about the next gens, the Dream Crushers, the Bombers. If you get 3 of those guys going in one game, you're gonna be in tough. If you get all 5, like see you later. So it's these are the teams we expect to kind of be there, but we all know that the other bowlers on the other teams can throw as well, right? Like we all know Bradford can throw, we all know Bailey can throw, we all know everybody can throw on those teams. They put up the numbers all year, and they're here. They're in the playoffs. They've bowled all season and earned their right to be here. So
there's a reason why they're bowling and we're commentating.
Exactly.
Well, that's because last week, you didn't do very well there, John. I think you guys get your.
Hey.
Ours was from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Johnny could have been commentating and still been in the playoffs if he would have pulled it off, but unfortunately he didn't.
Could have. Can't. Would have made it through. I would have had to stop saying it can't be a has-been if you're a never was, and I really like that line. So
Tim said stick a fork in this one. And I'm like, I don't know, Tim. You can't count them out. I mean,
you can't finish it out. You never know. There's still some individual matchups up for play here. Like at the top, it still can go either way. Even in the 4-hole, could go either way. Like 36 pins, still doable in 2 frames. But they need to. I think Okanagan needs to gather a few points here to stay alive going into the second.
They
game.
do.
We don't want to see what we saw last week.
I can speak from personal experience. Coming back from 8-0,
it's not ideal.
It's less than ideal.
Less than ideal.
What is your thought in that? Like you guys are down 8-0. What is your thought, honestly? Serious question. You just like whatever, just freewheel it, let's go?
Don't suck. I don't know.
Don't suck. Yeah. Be better.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think at that point it was kind of just nobody cares, work harder.
What did you guys shoot that first game? It wasn't a huge total, was it?
1180 roughly. 1190.
Is that
just head pin?
Is that the Mighty Pluck's high?
That might be we shot a couple 1250s, but that's about it. It wasn't very much. But we actually beat the Top of Roses, who are a finalist. So we actually beat them in the regular season. So
that's a good point.
We beat
Okay.
Toppler, we had beaten the Rock and Rollers, and we beat the Holy Rollers. So we actually beat 3 of the 5 playoff teams in the regular season. But anyways, enough about us. That's about the only thing we have to hold on to. Back to Okanagan here, who's actually in the playoffs.
Caitlin was probably listening to you and, dropped a head pin.
Dropped the head pin? Nah, we didn't get many of those because we can't hit the middle. So
that's back to back. You thinking about making a poll? Head pins?
Yeah, she really hasn't been doing anything for the team.
But at the end of the day here, in a situation like this, though, totals, it's pretty much done.
Bailey gives himself a percentage on that corner spare now, 1 for 3 on the day.
Do you try to fit in bench players at this point for Dream Crushers just to get them some shots, or they're probably practicing off to the side anyway? So
yeah,
I think matter, right?
The fact that you can throw off to the side, I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's no weak link in this team right now. There.
Well, okay, let's look at the first match. Carey's 187.
Yeah,
and maybe that is a match right there. You go, hey, Vic, go in. 187 is not a great game at this point. Even Gary. Maybe you do throw one in there.
There's a couple points there too, and I guess in a situation for Okanagan, is it a spot where you want to put Yvonne in to finish a 10th frame to try to steal that match, considering Drew hasn't thrown a strike since the 2nd frame, or I don't know, because you're gonna need at least a 30 count to even have a chance. You're gonna need to throw a double to try to steal that match, and it's you put Yvonne in off the bench. I don't know.
I think at this point, you're just trying to look for one area you can take 1 point. You need to try to take one, so you're.
Yeah. So
you don't go 8-0 like last week.
So this is a big shot for Gary too, to kind of, because you got Mike / Allen kind of maxing out at 203 if they were to strike out. So if Gary goes open, then it gives him a chance, kind of thing. But it's really the only spot that the match is really there, and the first spot, obviously.
Yeah.
So you got to try to work on those 2 matches, and just giddy up on total too, right? You still got to put pedal to the metal, because it could ending up being total here as well. So, well, we know Okanagan can throw big games. They just shot 1350 at Heartland in the playoffs, and in a do or die game, right? So, they might come out swinging the next game.
Absolutely.
Good frame there for Okanagan, 4 marks.
Yeah.
Jesse with the triple going into 10, so huge for pinfall. So they're still working hard, trying to figure it out for the next game, try to salvage a few points, hopefully.
Build up for next game. I mean, this one's not completely over. You got a couple there you're trying to get.
Yeah, you're trying to scrape a couple points here at the very least. If not, get some confidence going into the next game, right? So Weber clearly found his line after the stumble first 2-3 frames there. Was it 3 frames in a row he missed the start, and now he's looking at a 300 or 3 and change, right? Just unreal.
Yeah.
Never count any of those guys out.
Well, I already pulled Weber, so none of these other scores would have counted, so that wouldn't matter.
Drew just having a hard time finding the side there.
Carey knows he's pretty much clean that one up.
You go back. You made the joke earlier, but if anyone's actually ever had nightmares after playing them, do you think there is a little bit more pressure on Okanagan here, knowing that it's the Dream Crushers and what they are capable
100%.
of?
That's 100%.
I don't know. I don't care who I'm bowling against. I don't know about you guys, but at the end of the day, I'm playing at the top of my game. I know I can compete with anybody else in bowling. If I suck, then I deserve to lose. So I don't know. I don't know what your guys' train of thought is.
So my train of thought is this year we actually bowled beside the Dream Crushers. We were on lanes 3 and 4, and they were on 1 and 2. I know all those guys on that team. I bowl in leagues with all of those guys. Every one of them knows me, and it was weird. I was nervous bowling beside them.
Yeah,
and I know them all. I bowl with Weber, and I don't know, for some reason I felt a little more intimidated with them standing beside me, and I'm not trying to pump anybody's tires over there. I'm the last thing I do, but it was a little intimidating. Maybe because they're right beside me and they're all watching every shot. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a different mindset of different bowlers, right? Different bowlers see things differently, right?
Right.
And you know what? There's not a true reason. You just got to do whatever works for you, right? If you find that that pressure is too much, then you got to make those adjustments, right? But I would, I have faith in Henry I know he can bowl just as good as anybody else, right? So I like to see the good in everybody, and I think everybody here deserves the respect that they're all shooters, and they all deserve to be here. So I whether it's the Dream Crushers or Okanagan, I look at them the same way.
Right.
Yeah, my theory is it doesn't matter who I'm playing. They can't throw my ball. I can't throw their ball. It's just a matter of who's going to work.
God, I wish you could throw my ball. Probably get some higher scores.
And, if you beat me, well, I threw harder. So,
yeah.
Who's really winning?
I beat you on the radar again.
So definitely not going to
2-0 for the Dream Crushers. 2 first matches there. Caitlin with a 300 with a couple head pins there, too. So
that was a big shot.
Game. Good shot for Jesse there to keep total there at least, right? And try to, I'm not going to say anything, but match is still there. Match is still there, just saying.
There's a heartbeat, but not much of one.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Tim's been in a situation like this many times.
Here we go. You just never know. He's got to clean it up for 312 to shut her out. And I just saw him go head pin, cherry, 3-pin. So Jesse with a big shot here.
Oh,
doesn't get the
pull.
Good shot. Still a little thin on the left though, but see, then Tim would have missed that 3. That she would have had a chance with that shot.
It's not going to come up with a point for the match, but
hell of a comeback.
If it does,
maybe
come
a little bit
pinfall,
of confidence,
right? Yeah. Even if it does come down to pinfall, that 290 is looking a lot better than
Yeah, you lose the game by 10 instead of losing it by 50-60, like you said. So
yeah,
it's huge.
And it's really just kind of tough when you look over at the Dream Crushers and Carey didn't exactly light the world on fire, but they've still got 830 through the first 3.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yep. So another big shot here from Gary.
Like
Gary,
you said, the Dream Crushers, the last time they missed was Adam's pitch out spare in 3.
Unreal, right?
Jeez.
And most of their conversions they've been able to do, right? There's all their spares, chop offs, other than Caitlin's corner miss, whatever. And I guess Carey missed a corner too, but they've been very, very good on their conversions to keep the marks going, right?
That's it.
Looks like we got a little bit of a tangle on the Okanagan side here. So Dream Crushers just getting a little bit of a jump on it while we wait for Adam to throw 3 balls in 10. So it's probably a good idea. Everybody else is throwing jabs. Why can't I?
Because Al, you're supposed to be the adult here.
I'm supposed to be the adult.
That's why we put this crew together. Henry and I, we get a little off the rails, and you reel us back in.
I got a reel. Is that what it is? No one told me this before. Okay. Got to rein everybody.
We should have had a team meeting before we started this.
Did you not get the news?
Just wing it.
Did you not get the newsletter?
Man,
no one lets. I was apparently the last one asked to join this commentary team because apparently DB asked everybody else, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we got to ask Al."
He's not wrong.
It's all good. Too bad you guys are stuck with me. So it is what it is. Good finish by Gary. 40.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
Steals wins his match, so that'll be 4-0 going into the last match, and that one's maxed out too. Really, Adam, as long as he keeps it on the lane here. If I get a commentator's curse with that one, well, I just quit bowling. So.
If Adam pitches out, we're getting him a signed photo.
I don't even care. If he pitches out, he still wins the match. So
if you get the commentator's curse off of Adam throwing a gutter ball right now, I would not feel safe going to Red Deer.
I'm bowling Bakers with the guy. I did get a comment from Ryan O'Callahan said the commentary crew is all have made the mistake or is going to make the mistake of bowling Bakers and Red Deer with them. So apparently, John, you bowled Bakers with
Yeah, we had the Team Ginger last year. No tap, no soul, no problem. Managed to get the legendary photo of 10 Gingers in one photo. So,
jeez. And this year he's on Team Timbits.
We're still waiting to hear back from Guinness of if that's a world record.
Team Timbits. Oh God.
Team Timbits. And there's Weber's ho hum.
Ho hum
283.
283. So Allen off the bench, at least 9-10, picked up some marks and some pinfall for Okanagan here. But they're going to be trailing by a bit here going into the next match. Obviously down 8-0, so they're going to have to go 8-0 and gain the pinfall difference between their score and the 13-43 that the Dream Crushers just put up. So that's not going to help.
That does not help the cause.
No.
Tougher game there,
Pin it out and you do what you can here. And...
yeah. Really not.
What was Okanagan's game, the last game?
13-50.
13-57 is what they bowled last game. So now they're going to be sitting at, I don't know if DB's got the running total, 198, 245, 293.
He pins us out for 11-31.
11-31. Look at Johnny Cowan, just ready. 11-28.
Yep.
Yeah, a little tougher game for them.
So 11-28 to 13-43. So 215 pins to make up. Plus they got to go 8-0 sweep. So they're in tough. But I guess we'll bring in the managers, see if Danny live from Vegas is
probably no tougher than last week's.
It was about the same spread, wasn't it? Wasn't
Danny says he's not able to connect, so we'll just have a quick chat with Bailey.
But Johnny, isn't that what you guys were down after the first game to
230? We were 228. We were down last week.
228. So now we got a 215 spread. We'll see if Okanagan is up to the challenge here.
So Dream Crushers set their lineup first this one, or is it
no? Same scenario. Okanagan first.
Lower seed post up lineup. Yeah, we'll see if Okanagan decides to make a lineup change.
Well, there's a little bit of a tweak in Dream Crushers because Danny can't come in. He sent his lineup change in. So I don't know if we want to read it now or wait till Bailey reads it.
Bailey, welcome back. Thoughts on that game? I know it's not.
It was something.
It was something. Yeah, it's tough when a couple frames in, Dream Crushers didn't get out to a huge start, but then they went lights out. They didn't miss the middle in like 7 frames.
Yeah,
Johnny. I think.
Yeah,
that was really impressive.
Adam frame 3 was the last miss on the middle.
That was the last missing, so that was pretty unreal. So good performance by them, but I guess you guys probably expected that, right? Whole hum 1300, 1350, whatever they shot there, puts you guys a little bit behind the 8 ball. But you guys got any strategies for game 2? You obviously got to leave it all on the line here. Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, we're changing the lineup. I'm not too sure what at the moment. Coach is working on it, so.
I thought you were the coach.
No, I'm the manager.
You're the manager. Okay, so you got a manager and a coach.
Yeah,
wow,
I do like
the big payroll,
the tech stuff, and then the coach is just.
You got a 40-man roster with a AAA farm system over
there. Who's your coach then, if you don't mind me asking? Who's coaching?
Pardon?
Who's coaching?
Ivan Soroka.
Ivan? Okay, cool. Yeah. Good to know.
I'm not too
so
sure
Ivan's setting up the roster. So I don't know. Do you have a lineup yet, or do you want to just go through Dream Crushers? Danny can't sign on, so we have the.
We could also give you a couple minutes there, Bailey. Sorry to interrupt there, guys. We could give you a couple minutes there, Bailey, and we'll run the commercial and then come back and get the lineup if you want to just take 2 minutes.
Perfect.
Oh, we got a commercial break between matches. Cool. Let's do that.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll wrap up the commercial.
Thank our lovely sponsors here, and we'll be back.
We'll do a couple minutes, and then we'll come back to you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right on. See you in a sec, guys. Good work.
Whoa.
You know, like it's just
Back.
Yes. Oh, Miss Katie.
Oh,
You.
wow. Danny, you got better looking.
That's
Dream
right.
Crusher is awfully bold using one of their bench players for the interview.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We Danny is on his trip and couldn't get connected, so they sent me in since I'm just sitting there doing nothing anyway. So
The shady debt collector came to get him.
that's right.
Right. So, do you Bailey have a lineup?
Yes. We changed it up a bit, so it's Chris leading, followed by myself, and then Jesse, Mike in fourth, and then we have Yvonne anchor. And then on the bench we have Drew and Alan.
Perfect. And Katie, do you have a lineup?
We do. We are keeping things pretty much the same. We're just switching out Victor at the top for Carrie. So Carrie and I will be on the bench. Victor, then Caitlin, Tim, Gary, Adam at the bottom. So yeah. Victor will be wearing a different shirt. He's wearing our other Dream Crusher shirt because he
Disqualified.
Didn't get the memo? Yeah. No problem.
He had
Lane
to
foul
evacuate. He had to fire evacuate his house and didn't grab any of his bowling stuff.
no.
So throughout our team, we got him like mismatched with shoes and a jersey and some balls and sliders.
Wow.
And he is
Wow.
in it, ready to go.
We're glad he's safe, but he's
Yes.
still getting a foul.
Yeah, for sure. Give him like maybe 2 fouls just in case.
Oh,
Fair.
we need all the help we can get. Thank you.
One foul per ball.
All
So
right.
Dream Crusher is obviously in a good position here, up 8-0, up 215 pins in total. So Okanagan.
Sound familiar, Jonathan?
But
Hey, I mean, it's not a good spot to be in. Trust me, been there, done that. It's not
hopefully
fun.
we get an exciting match like last week or the home hardware division. And
Yeah, that
hopefully
was
we get
outrageous.
well, I'm sure the Dream Crushers would prefer it not to be that close, but
I mean,
from a commentator side and a viewership side, we want it to be close. So
for sure.
hopefully we have a good
Have your
game.
team
and,
chill out a bit, Katie.
Sorry?
Have your team chill a bit.
I will. I'll tell them.
Let him know. Bailey says, "Calm down."
Done.
He's getting
I'll
tired.
bring
Got
that
it.
Been up
message
for
back.
15 hours.
Do it for the
already.
content.
That's right. It's all for TV.
All right.
All right. Good luck, you
All right,
guys.
good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys and girls.
All right.
Transition time. Where's DB at? There it is.
Nice little smooth transition.
So now, are you relaxed, or if you're a Dream Crusher, are you thinking about last week, going, "Okay, let's not let this happen"?
I think
think you're
everybody's professional enough. I think that they need. I think you're just looking for bare minimum kind of thing, right? You just want that clinching spot, right? So you're looking for half a point.
You know,
Or
I
you're
think that
looking
the difference between the Dream Crushers and those rookies in purple is they've been here before. Motor
That's
City
fair
Mayhem, one a bunch of frauds.
Frauds.
You were Ontario's last hope, John. You were Ontario's last hope.
Jeez. Oh,
And there's the foul.
He's out. I think he's out.
I hope he's all right, man. That looked like a good.
No, I think that's his shoes there. They're not his.
I know. I just hope he's all right, man.
Looked like he went down hard a little bit.
Let Bailey know that Victor did that on purpose for him. This lane foul. I wonder if he was throwing beforehand.
Yeah, you never want to see that on the lanes, especially in a playoff situation like this. And
You're up at least 15.
We don't even have to pull jabs.
Hey,
They're just doing it for us.
Bailey, your mic's on.
That's a mic'd up match. Speaking of mic'd up matches, I think the old, the average pros and the mighty pucks are going to do one this summer. A little mic'd up match.
I'm in, man. And we've been trying to do this for a while, but I think with the potential mic'd up.
I've been saying
voices
for a
of-
long time. The second that I have to be mic'd up while I'm bowling is the second I find a new hobby.
Oh, better
come
find
on,
a new
we gotta-
hobby, buddy.
Everybody's gonna love that. Hopefully, anyways. Maybe nobody wants to listen to me and Henry talk to each other throughout the match. But
Probably more of the or watching
Too
you in that
bad.
puke on the lanes every frame.
too bad. Good shot from Jesse there. So we got Bailey and Jesse trying to get Okanagan.
I'm trying
Off
to
to a
put up
hot
4
start here.
marks before Victor gets through his frame here.
Well, it looked a little
He
better,
doesn't.
but
He doesn't
he
look
stayed
comfortable at
better.
all.
He stayed vertical that time, so
Let's say if he fall down in the lane, I'd feel uncomfortable too. And I know it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's not because he was drinking.
Still looks better than all of us bowling, so whatever.
well, he
True
still
enough.
is. He still is bowling. So
Off the bench, starting with -2. All right.
he's on pace for -20 this game.
For the things you never thought you'd hear at Pro League commentating, eh? And Yvonne just being thrown right into the anchor spot in another do-or-die game for Okanagan.
And
Caitlin just picking up the pace a little bit, just throwing strikes.
Caitlin, so ho hum strike. We're good.
Tim,
Maybe
maybe
make
just that's a veteran move there to take a practice lap.
right with that big shit-eating grin. She's like,
Really rub it in Victor's face that the
I think that's what he was
there was
doing.
a sniper in the background there.
Good frame from Okanagan. 3 strikes to spare. Head pin
And then
cleanup.
That's what they got to do.
They're going to have to do a lot of that. So a good start. That's all you can do is
Especially
control one
'cause,
shot at a time.
Dream Crushers look like they're on pace to do the same thing, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Timmy's in that groove. Once he gets into that, it's hard to get him out of there unless your name's Dexter. He's the only one that seems to be able to get him out of that.
Oh yeah, he's about it. The only thing right now that Okanagan can do is put a broom handle on the lane.
Exactly. And if you haven't seen that video out, you need to go find it.
Yeah. We know. Timmy with the broom handles. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That was the funniest thing ever.
Little branded of a cow in the graphic. That'll give you nightmares.
There we go. So Adam taking his time because Victor didn't take enough time. So
No rush here,
slow
Adam.
it down.
But, Okanagan's got basically like they're going through a commercial break here.
Yeah, big break. Maybe that's a Dream Crusher strategy, right? They saw
lull you
Okanagan
to
getting hot.
sleep.
Gonna lull you to sleep. But they're keeping up too. They got their 3 strikes right there. They're actually like, who would have thought that you would have got 15 in the first frame and you'd be up 17 on Victor? Who would have thought
No,
that?
you know what? I'm not touching that because that whole situation it's out of his control. We're not touching that one. He gets a pass.
Let's see if he's okay. Oh yeah, he's good. You can bug him now. It's fine.
All right.
You know what? Just putting it out there. Anyway, I can't even say
You had a good point though.
You've already started with just putting it out there. No backing down now.
Well, we don't condone any gambling or anything, but Victor's always been my guy when we do.
There he's doubled his score. Look,
pick
and he's
a
laughing
bowling.
it off.
Gainers.
Victor's my guy.
It's
Victor's steady, man. Just
he
so
is
good, so good.
Yeah, it's not the guy you want to see when you pull up to a Sunday morning match play, and that's what you're facing.
He's so good. Plays super well at Red Deer too, right? I think he's won Red Deer a couple times, and he's always he's got a few
And he
events
just,
under his belt. So.
From the few times that I've been out west, he just kind of flies under the radar.
Oh, exactly.
He's not going to light it up with like a monster, but he'll just come at you with like 280, 290, 290. Thanks for coming out. Go grab your envelope.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, and it's hard to be when you got the Tim and the Dex and the Tylers and Bradleys and Victor's just out there, just steady Eddie, just doesn't get any attention, but he just keeps winning. Yeah.
Good corner spare by Caitlin there. Keep the marks alive for the Dream Crushers.
She's
Bailey
way down
trying
on
to
her
do the
first
same
game
here.
space. With 30 in the first.
Yeah. Oh, squeeze from Bailey there. So there you go. Both teams running some marks here. So unfortunately for Okanagan, Dream Crushers are doing the exact same thing. So underrated. Why do we got sandwiches coming up here? It's lunchtime, I guess, eh? You get a double, you get a burger, or what?
Yep.
You think it would have been a double burger? Like, there's only one patty there, but two strikes. Come on.
They should have had a double patty. What's up with that?
Those are the details we need to see.
Serious. Who designed that?
Do better, Kibica. Do better.
No, we need them for sponsors. So good
Oh,
job.
okay. Yeah, don't throw them under the bus.
No.
Well, just get another patty in there. Quick little update.
Jessie is just like throwing really well. Like she's putting some marks together, which is what they need.
Yeah.
She shot what, another 290 game the last game?
Yeah.
So just on fire. And Mike, after being pulled in the second game, he's probably wants to prove himself here and put up a good score here for the team and help the team
chip
out.
on his shoulder.
Yep. Gary with an open frame, so stopping the Dream Crushers run of 6-7 marks in a row. Okanagan keeping theirs alive. So
and that's the first middle miss since Adam Weber's third frame.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
First time missing.
Yeah.
Middle.
I stopped counting. See Yvonne off the bench here in the anchor spot. Keep the marks going. Ooh.
Those are tough counts when you're bowling Adam Weber.
Let's see if Weber can match that. It's a tough count to match.
Oh, at least hers is sparrow.
Close.
Oh,
Come
on
for the
come on, ball.
Gainers.
I don't know.
On the outside, coming in right to left.
That might be it for Weber this game too.
I was just going to say we
9 marks
making a
in
poll.
9 marks in a row for Okanagan. They're up. They're up 25 pins every 2 frames. You do that another. Well, you need more frames, I guess, but you got to keep it up. 5 marks. Got to get some 30 counts. We need Drew back in there. We need Drew to get some 30 counts for us. Just like that first game.
No.
Cherry for 3 pins.
Well, the nice thing about Weber going head pin, 3 pin is it's still 15 pins higher than their lowest frame this game. So.
Oh,
poor guy.
Poor guy. Yep.
Whatever. If that was a Mighty Plucker average pro, they'd been roasted.
Oh yeah, we would have never heard the end of it.
Oh.
Or they would have been like.
Speaking of roasted, Bradford.
All right.
Hit it more on the side, I guess. I don't know.
Good segue into that one.
It's probably because it's expected. Those 2 pins and whatever gutter balls are probably expected from the pros and the Mighty Plucks.
Notice how
you see a Dream Crusher do it. It's like, what?
Bradford's got his towel on the screen. I tried to move it.
Yeah, Bradford. That's what you get for blocking the camera.
I thought it was my screen. I was like, I get it. Oh, no, it's not.
Here we go.
So Bradford kept the marks going. That's a 10-pack there. 10-pack of marks in a row for Okanagan.
Slow and steady. Keep plugging away. Do what you can.
Yeah, those 20 counts are going to help, though, but they need to keep the
It's
marks
still
going.
gainers, though. It's still gainers.
Well, they didn't gain anything on Caitlin, right? But if he can spare it, then at least he'll gain his next shot on it, right? So still got to make these marks. Oh, 5-hole. So that stops the run of marks for the Okanagan. But I guess if someone's going to do it, better be the manager, I guess.
That's not where I thought you were going with that, but that'll play, I guess.
That'll play. I don't like this spaceship thing here.
It's trippy.
It's trippy for a Sunday morning or afternoon now. For us Ontario folks.
Depending where
it's still morning.
Depending where our loyal viewers are.
They're probably an hour earlier than me.
Jesse, bomb. Tim, bomb. Just bombs everywhere. Great shot by Jesse. Great shot. Tim played well too. Played well his last game, and he's feeling it.
He's
feeling it.
Tim's not messing around.
So Henry, you got some inside scoop with Sherwood. Is lane 1 like the lane to bowl on, or what?
No, my 448 was on 15-16.
15-16.
Yeah, I don't honestly. honestly, the lanes are pretty even across the board. It's just whether you like to bowl against the outsides. I know some guys complain about 1 and 2 or 15 and 16, but I throw a shitty ball on all of them, so it doesn't really matter.
But you guys got the underground or the under the lane kind of ball returns, right? So you got
Yes.
kind of open at the line. You're open on both sides, right? Kind of thing.
Correct.
So it doesn't really matter.
Correct.
Okay.
There's no ball return there. Yeah. So
and
it's
as you can see, obviously they got the catwalk on the left side, so you still have the swing room for your the left arm.
The left arm.
And
Yeah,
that's-
you're not right against the wall on lane 1 kind of
right,
thing,
and that's
so.
on both sides though. So even if you were
Yeah.
right-handed or left-handed, there's that full space. So they're really, I think they're fairly even. Like, you know, the Wisemans have done an amazing job with the new lanes and the pins and
Henry, you don't need to pump their tires, man. You don't have to pump their tires.
Hey, they employ all my children. Okay,
Okay,
I gotta pump them a little bit.
Maybe not Dexter and Tim, but I'm sure the parents, proprietors, are
Wendy
doing a
and
good
Scott,
job.
yeah,
exactly. Props to them. Props. To them.
So Matt just messaged lane 7 and 8 had 4,000 triples this year.
So lane
those
7 and 8.
So those are the weak lanes.
Yeah, so those are the ones that I probably throw, 800 triples if I'm lucky.
So another good frame from both teams. 4 marks across the board. One double working on both sides, or triple, and the 3 spot for both. Good shot for Bradford there.
Put the hammer down. Vic still struggling to find his way with the rentals.
The rentals and the old shirt, the Tim Wiseman shirt.
Oh, I think that was the first mistake. Yeah.
Well, clearly.
Oh, doesn't carry it.
The classic penalty shot.
Oh, Bailey, here we go. Okanagan making a push here, hopefully. They got the first 2 matches are they're in their hands, so
trying to keep it interesting anyways, eh?
Yeah, you got to. Got nothing to lose,
that's
right?
all you can do, absolutely.
Give our viewers something to watch here.
Instead of listening to us.
My God, I already pity them already. I wonder if viewership went down.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
DB?
No,
I'm wondering if the viewership is all on mute.
Here.
I think they're all on mute.
Oh, Jesse. Jesse with the hip in on the triple stops her run there. See what Timmy does on his.
Let's see if imposter Tim can throw a 4th one.
Yeah. Will the real Tim Wiseman please stand up?
Still over 80.
We didn't gain, we didn't lose. I'll take it. That's a win.
Can we tell how many of them are muted though? That's the key.
I know we keep stats on like how every team is done, but do we have commentary stats?
Look at that.
Oh, we're adding the little comments there. There you go. That helps.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I can't see the comments, so I'm not ignoring.
Thanks for showing up, DB. That's
Kyle. Did Victor borrow Timmy's pants too?
This is what we need here. This is what we need. We need the comments.
Yeah.
I can't
What
see
we
it.
need is more people to throw things for us to poke jabs at. Please keep them coming. We're running out of content.
No. We're never running out of content. Jeez.
There's
a whole lot of strikes happening here.
Now the Dream Crushers just to slowly start to choke out Okanagan.
They're taking any hopes out of Okanagan. They're taking the wind out of their sails here a little bit. Because at the end of the day, Okanagan's got to go 8-0, right? So it's
right. So Timmy's throwing a 4-bagger, knowing I just have to win my match and we win.
Yeah. That's kind of like the only match that is in like big time, like danger kind of thing, right? Because he throws another one, you're down 50-60 after 4 or 5. All the other matches are pretty close. Like Okanagan's got 1, 2, 4 is close-ish as well, and 5 is close. So see what Yvonne does here.
That would have been
that would have been a weird
flapping all over.
Yeah.
I had that 10 count on Thursday. I won't tell you what my total was at the end of the game.
Oh, is that your sweet 250 double you had there?
No, it was a 286 double, okay?
286. All good. Keep it for Red Deer, buddy. Keeping it for Bakers.
I did. Well, and then the dumb thing is I pre-bowl and I throw a 286, 286. Something's weird.
Sounds weird. Sounds like
Right.
an everyday bowler
Average.
story, really.
No, it sounds like an average. That's totally true, right? Everybody's got one of those stories.
There you go. DB with the update on total there, 446, 436. So still in Okanagan's favor, but 10 pins, and they got to make up 215. So
Yep.
they're going to need a real big second half here.
So it's only 205 more to go. That's not that bad.
Got Bradford
Dream
trying to do
Crushers
another
home.
sneak attack on Vic by covering up his score again. It's an interesting strategy. It's a bold move. Let's see if it pays off.
Bold strategy, Con. See if it pays off.
If Tim lent Victor some pants, dreams would be crushed for sure.
Well, it depends on who's watching.
No, in all
good one.
seriousness,
Good
though,
one,
like
Matt.
if Vic had to get evacuated, I hope everything is okay, man. That's some scary stuff. I was reading up on those wildfires the last couple of days, and to hear that he had to get evacuated or something, that's shitty. And I know he has a family and stuff like that. So all the
Just kind of shows how
all the
close to
best
home it's hitting.
all the best to Victor and his family and anybody else that's been affected by that too. So
Absolutely.
it's scary.
Yeah,
Good-
there's
good
there's
to
quite
have.
a few fires around here, and yeah,
Good half by Victor. Props to him for showing up. Still has
Just shows the dedication, the commitment that he has.
dedication. Absolutely.
yeah. There's more important things in life than bowling. Not many, but there are a couple more important things in life.
That's why it's always be kind. You never know what somebody's going through, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many things going on in this world. So little motivational speak there from our commentator crew today.
Or at least
Be
one of
kind.
them. At least one of
Okay,
them.
well, let's get back to
All right,
the
back
other
to the
action
regularly
then.
scheduled programming.
Bailey with the spare with a big 30 count. Keep Okanagan in the match here.
No, that's a big 30 count. Caitlin,
Opens up there too, right? So it
Absolutely
kind of takes control of this
pounding the
match.
middle, but giving Bailey a little bit of leeway to build up some ground for Okanagan.
Jesse looking to find the side here again. Here we go.
Does.
and that's the one that that's the one I'm pissed off because I missed the last frame.
Well, it goes back to Al said, if you're going to throw the first three, you might as well throw the fourth one, right?
Or not even start. Like
Who is
Tim,
this guy?
he
Who
threw
is
the
kicking?
first three, so he's like, I better throw five.
Yeah, and you know
Yahtzee.
you know what they say: if you're going to throw
Is
the
that our
first five,
first
you better
Yahtzee
throw
of the day?
six. Might be
Yeah,
a great shot.
That's exactly what they say.
I don't know about how they do it around where you guys will, but that's one of the things that coaches teach us about 3 or 4 years old. If you're going to start on 5 in a row, you might as well throw 6.
Yeah. Might as well not stop now.
All right.
Maybe that's a Northern Ontario thing to say. That's why we always shit the bed everywhere we go. Good frame for Okanagan. Right before the break, put up a 5-spot marks.
How about the Dream Crushers? Look at that. They're 4-5 match. We've got 9 of 10 possible strikes. Or 3-4, sorry. Counting isn't my strong suit.
Not bad. Not bad.
I got one of the numbers right. And
Yeah,
they're really
you did
big
get one.
numbers. They're really big numbers.
I don't know. Good shooting here from Dream Crushers again. Going to be looking at potentially close to 600 after 5 with a bunch of marks working. Good squeeze there to get the chop.
Yeah, that just shows just how much roll Adam gets on that ball. That had no business being a chop off.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're good, I guess, eh?
Well, it's one of those things, right? When it's your day, those fall. When it's not, you're playing for 15. So he's got that spare. They got 600 at the half. And we've got a commercial break coming up.
Well, let's pay some bills.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
When you come to the Canadian Brewhouse, you'll feel right at home. We work hard to make our house your house. With an affordable menu of appetizers, entrees, desserts, beverages, and killer deals on daily specials. At our house, you never miss a play. As sports lovers, we've ensured each location includes over 50 TVs and our signature Jumbotron. The Canadian Brewhouse is the place people want to be.
And we're back.
Well, we are back for the last 5 frames.
Katie getting loose on lane match. 2, getting her legs stretched out for the interview later. All right.
Yeah.
At least we got somebody for the interview because Danny's situation wasn't ideal. But
Danny, yeah, he said the internet's not too good, but I heard slot machines. So
yeah,
that's all I heard too.
There we go.
I think at this point now, you're just, if you're Okanagan, you just, try to get your strikes and see what you can do. And hopefully there's a couple more fouls on the other side.
Victor's on the board. There we go.
Victor's on the board, stayed on the other side of the approach.
Yeah. Still down a bit though. Look at this. Okanagan making a push. We might have had a little powwow at the commercial break here and said let's leave it all out there. But here we go. Dream Crusher's doing the same.
He might never miss again. Tim with another practice slide, veteran move.
Oh, maybe he went to the bathroom. You never know.
Maybe,
but we don't know.
Maybe things are getting tense over there. Just want to make sure. Hopefully, if he did, he took a trip to the actual facilities and didn't leave a little sticky spot for everybody. See? Well,
are you guys superstitious like that? Like if you start like a game 5 in a row, are you going to the restroom if you have to go, or are you holding it in?
Absolutely. Hold that in.
Absolutely what?
Hold that in. I had a hiccup
Thanks
there.
for not answering the question at all.
Absolutely hold that in. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. If I'm on a perfect game and I gotta go, you better slide around me.
Yeah. Me, I don't know. I had 11 in a row once, and I don't remember if I had to go or not. I think I almost crapped myself on the lane after I hit 11, so it didn't really matter.
I think the difference, though, between Henry and I in that scenario is about 20 years in bladder control.
That is fair.
Yeah. I just wear my Depends when I'm on there. I can just go anytime I want.
Alrighty.
Don't worry, you guys will get there, too.
No doubt.
Get there. That's a veteran move. I've been doing that since I was 7.
Johnny never stopped.
Johnny was born into diapers and never took them off.
It worked. It worked when I was younger, so I figured why not.
All right, rein it back in, boys. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. We're trying to get in there.
Okanagan, a couple open frames
Al
there.
comes back.
So do you think about pulling Tim after that 6th frame, or do you leave him in there?
Well, if you're gonna throw 5, you might as well throw 6. So it shows there's no commitment.
If you're gonna throw the first 5 and not throw the 6, you might as well just sit down, right? So
yeah.
Like, come on, Tim. This is pro league, not amateur hour.
There you go. Good shot by Yvonne there. Keeping
Just
it
a
close.
steady pace down at the bottom.
Yeah, she's got a few marks, a few misses there, but she was able to at least keep it clean with some marks. Now see if she can convert this to get the big 30 count and move on to the next.
That's a nice pair. Look at that. Yeah.
On the nose. So 3 marks for Okanagan. At the end of the day, Dream Crushers are kind of just looking for 1 point here to clinch it, or really half a point. So in the 3 hole, looks like they got a pretty big lead there. A little bit of a lead in the 4 hole. So Okanagan's got a lot of work to do, especially if they got to make up that 200 pins in pinfall too. So
Adam going through the face there gives.
But did Katie not say that they would give him 2 fouls at the beginning of the?
Plus the one that he actually got.
Plus
right?
he actually got. So that's a 45 pin swing there. So, but yeah, we won't. Katie was just acting manager, so she probably doesn't know what she was really saying, anyways. So
that is true. We better check in with Danny.
Plus, she's probably still bitter that she's on the bench too. So, but I guess the team's winning, so you don't really care at this point. But carry me to the promised land.
Yeah, it could be worse. I think I'd rather be on the bench than.
Oh yeah, for sure. If the team's winning, I'll sit down all the time, right?
All day long.
As a team player, that's what you got to do, right? You don't care.
Oh yeah,
as long as your team's winning.
It's about the logo on the front, not the name on the back.
Dexter is in Regina right now, just counting his potential extra cash that he's going to make right now, right? Like
exactly.
Not like he did much this season, anyways. He only had like 60 frames, but hey, it is what it is.
Nice when he's needed.
Oh, I think Victor is getting yanked here. Is that a pull? It's about the logo, not the name on the back.
If you're gonna quote me, at least put future Timmins Mayor John Cowan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're heading out.
Oh, Katie's going in.
Katie's going in.
Katie's going in for Victor. Chris with a spare there to keep the 30 count.
No.
Doesn't get the right corner. Pulls out Tim's bald spot.
I was gonna just say, did someone turn a spotlight on? Holy, my eyes!
Just missed by a few hairs on the back of Tim's head.
Oh, tight one for Bailey there. Double going.
Crunchy.
Bailey's trying to take control of his match. And even Chris at the top with that spare big 30 count with the open by Victor / Katie keeps gives them that match too right now. Oh, Kate, big double.
Caitlin with the bomb.
Time to recalibrate here in the 3 slot.
I'm pretty sure Caitlin could squat Tim.
It's a random comment, but right on.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Thanks for that input.
I was just saying.
And just like that, Jesse with another open here gives Tim a little bit more space to close some gap there. Or I guess spread the gap.
Tim's throwing really well. If you can make a corner spin or corner pin spare, he'd be doing even better. So yeah.
Guys on pace for 100. We're still slandering him.
Well, you'd be slammed too if you had that bald spot.
These are all things we say to each other as bowlers, right? It's like, yeah, it's great that I got a 4-bagger, but I'm pissed off that I missed 2 corner spares.
Yeah. That's 100% true.
Yeah, right. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is, man. So I'm sure we're all thinking the same way.
You got 206 and 5. Yeah, but I missed a corner pin spare.
Yeah. Yeah, could have been 208, right? Could have been 2 pins higher.
Yeah,
and then with that extra count, you could have been an extra 15 pins. That's the difference between a 265 average and a 280 average, right? That corner pin spare. But what do we know? We're just commentators.
Yeah, that's it. That's why they're the bowlers and we're
there
the commentators.
There should be a disclosure on this. Many of you guys are way better to listen to than those regular idiots. Oh, thanks, Jeff Young. I know I always like that guy.
I think is that a compliment? Like we're not regular idiots then.
That might be the greatest left-handed opinion I've ever heard.
That's like so we're above average idiots, right?
At least we're giving some commentary here because it's going to be tough sledding here for Okanagan to make up that gap in pinfall. They're sitting at about 800. Dream Crushers over 800, so they got 200 pins to make up in 3 frames. Can it be done? Yes. Will they need help?
Will it be done?
Yes. Also needs a yes. So it's
will they need a couple more fouls?
Hey,
also
I got all the faith in Okanagan here to string a bunch of 5-baggers here, but it's just realistically it's a tough go, especially with the way the Dream Crushers are playing.
I was going to say that's the problem with that is even if they do string those 5-baggers, like the Dream Crushers are not giving them anything to work with.
Somebody on the Dream Crushers is going to throw a 6-bagger,
look at it,
even if there is only 5 frames.
Do we is the 832 total factoring in Victor's foul or no? I don't know.
Yeah, they did punch it in onto the score.
They punched it in the computer, so the total should be reflective of that.
Yeah, you can see the red F right above his name there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it says 136 there instead of 151. Ah, see? You learn these things. Good shot by Katie. Chris, not so much. Headpin's always a bad ball, right? Always a bad ball.
Yeah. That's a bad pin set.
Or a bad pin set, yeah.
The lane's just a little too long. It's not regulation.
Where's the lane? Yep.
Good conversion there for Katie. Keeps her in her match. Throws a good shot here. Gets her within a dozen pins or so, depending on.
Not enough oil in that spot.
Jeez. Just come and see us. We'll give you all the excuses, right?
I got excuses for days why that head pin wasn't my fault.
Yeah. Does it push?
And it gets it to go.
Timber.
I guess
I gotta check on when the last time those bases were changed at Sherwood. Probably during the commercial break.
So now this forces Bailey to stay in his match too here. After Caitlin's triple.
See, that base is much older than the one at Sherwood.
Doesn't get the same break Caitlin does.
No, I guess when things are going your way, they're going your way.
Maybe if Bailey had tried to squat Tim, then he would have carried that as well.
Well, at least he can spare his corners, unlike Tim.
Well, if you factor in his first game against Heartland, he's now what, like 2 for 7?
Yeah, 2 for 7. It's aggressive. There's no way you hit the middle 7 times.
All right, that's fair. Like I said, numbers aren't my strong suit.
Oh my god, I'm chirping way too much. I'm going to be I'm going to be so in the Red Deer. It's going to get laughed at.
Yeah, it's not going well for us in Red Deer, eh?
Jesse blows through. Great shot, just couldn't carry the corner.
So Jesse maxed out at 298.
It's interesting to me that she left the right there going on an angle into the right pocket with that much speed. That's one of those ones you just kind of scratch your head and go make a spare.
And she did.
Well, she made the spare. I don't know about the scratching her head part. We'll have to have a talk with her.
We'll have to. Can we get a replay on that? Can you go back and replay that? See if she's
proper etiquette when you get roasted on the corner. You just scratch your head and go make the spare.
Good shot by Mike after getting a little bit on the headpin train there in the last 2 frames. So
5 straight shots on the side. Just 2 of them have been the front side.
Oh, clever. The front is a side.
Oh boy.
We're getting rougher, boys. We got 2 frames. Let's pull it together here.
Hang in there.
It was a matter of time.
Yeah, no, it was going to go bad at some point. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
Well, it was. We were hoping for maybe a little bit of a closer match, but unfortunately, Dream Crushers are just playing really well. Okanagan's playing much better this game than they did the last game, but they're just too far behind, right? They just put them too far behind the 8-ball with that last 8-0. So,
just an unfortunate time for that little blip in game 1.
Yeah. It is, but they had a great first game to get to this point. They're still semifinalists in the Cargill division, so that's a top 4 placement in the second season of the Pro League. So no shame in that.
You're all winners.
We all wish. Well, John got there. Me and Henry didn't get there.
Well, technically, did he though?
Did he? Well,
yes.
Yes, actually, yes, he did. Actually,
yes. Okay,
that's exactly where I got it, Henry. Are you not watching?
No, after it was 8-0, I thought, well, it's over. I might as well stop watching. So,
and then all of a sudden, after 6 or 7 frames, everybody's like, "Oh crap, Mayhem are making a comeback here." They're looking at it, and they're making up some pinfalls. So
it's hard to be the number 1 seed and the underdog.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. No, you guys did well for sure. Caitlin.
Not bad for a couple people in purple, but it's not about us. Right now, it's about Caitlin.
Exactly.
We're looking for the ham bone.
Ham bone?
Bailey
just... need a 6-pack. There we go.
Just,
Bailey gets the
then he gets the pull this time. Keeps him close with his match with Caitlin. I think Caitlin's got potential slight lead after 8. She can get to 233 after 8, so it'd be a 5-pin lead if they were to both strike out. So close game there.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Dream Crushers have done enough to keep themselves moving forward, but Okanagan has definitely done a better job of putting up a good fight here and giving it everything they had.
Yeah, it's all about putting up a good score, right? You never want to finish a season off with a dud kind of thing. So even after going 8-0, still finish on a decent note.
Yeah, you don't want to finish with your last 2 games where you go 1-15.
But that spare from Tim officially clinches it. That gives him 274. Jesse maxes out at 271. So Dream Cruffers will be advancing. That was the clinching shot.
Tim Wiseman, Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch. Back-to-back 5-pin spares to book it for the Dream Crushers. Oh, another pull from Mike. There we go. Now they're starting to get all these string pulls and stuff like that, eh?
Yeah.
They hung a bunch of corners. Like, if you look at their corner, like they got 3 corners in 8. They have 1 corner in 9. Then they had a few other ones throughout the game, too. So they hung a lot of corners, too. They weren't carrying those 2-pins, so tough. They did spare a lot of them, though, other than Bailey.
Yeah.
No, I think Bailey got them all this game.
Bailey only had 1 this game, and he got it. He's 100%.
Rob T said, we'll just call the Mayhem the Bruins. Ooh.
Top seed to lose in 7.
We'll be back. We'll be back next year.
All right, Weber here.
Not bad for an expansion team.
Yeah, not bad. And your bowling house is not bad either.
Yeah, it's an okay little facility.
Yeah.
Could use a few more lanes.
Well, and the owners are just barely above average, but
maybe like a modern facelift or something.
Yeah.
Jesus, there's something new every week in that place. Every day.
Hey, how is the mini golf going? We figured we got to get some mini golf happening.
I don't really know. I know the go-karts
Way to go,
John.
John. Thanks for the inside scoop there.
I think they're in the process of moving some stuff out into the lower concourse to make space to put the mini golf in. And I believe the last I had heard was they're looking at hopefully an August timeline to get it in there. But of course, in typical Nebs fashion, it's not just your standard mini golf. It's going to be fully automated, where you swipe your card every 6 holes and you get a new ball. And why not?
These guys are.
You can't just innovate in the bowling world. Why not innovate in the mini golf world too?
Right.
Chris looking to finish it off here. A good game again by Chris. Went from the anchor spot to the leadoff spot. Still put up a good 263 game. Takes the point for Okanagan.
Chris did what he needs to do. Caitlin puts up her Yahtzee and
jeez.
A little bit of pressure on Bailey here. So you don't want to be the manager and the guy who gives up that first point.
Oh, way to go, John. Way to go.
So Caitlin, somebody's mics are on. And then we're going to have to mute that. Somebody go back and beep that out.
Beep what out?
That'll get edited out in post production.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear?
I'm sure there's so much post production going. I didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. We won't bring any attention to our viewers.
Yeah, because we keep talking about it like this. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't go back to the timestamp of about the 2 hours and 35-minute mark. And if you do not maximize the volume.
Great game by Caitlin.
Great game by Caitlin. Good game by Bailey there too.
Casually comes in 600 double. No big deal. See you next round. If I remember correctly, it's kind of the similar thing she did last year and just like absolutely turned on the Jets in the playoffs. Right?
Unreal.
No, she's playing well. She's an Ontario, originates from Ontario as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't ask me which part. I have no idea. It's a big.
Okay.
Which part?
Yes.
Typical John answer.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Timmy with the win. Jesse, another good game too. She played well all 3 games today, right?
Yeah.
So solid performance there. So her average held true, whatever. She bowled well above that from the regular season average. So,
And again, if you look at the first 3 scores on the Eclipse,
even all 5, like they got a chance to finish here, and you can have another 1,300 and lose here. Because like 260, 260, 250, you got 295, and you got 250 left.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a game.
It's tough to make up 200 pins when you look across the board and you see 1350 sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have needed like a one of those 1,500-1,600 games to get there, right? And kind of at the halfway point, you were kind of behind the 8 ball already, but they picked it up and they have some great scores there. But again, Dream Crushers just
doing what they do, I guess.
Just crushing dreams.
I didn't want to say that because I think we used that line about 47 times today. So. I'm like, I don't want to say crushing.
I mean, to be fair, we've really gone back to that foul a few times, so we're recycling content at this point.
Yeah,
we are recycling content.
So,
we'll have some new jokes for the next time. Don't worry.
I don't know if there's going to be a next time.
80 viewers out. 80 viewers.
80 viewers. We'll see.
John's optimistic.
I think 5PU needs to make a poll. Who do you want for a commentary team?
Oh, that's a good poll. There's some good commentating crews out there, though. Good guys that know the business, know the not just like me that just talks about nothing but makes jokes about everything.
Not just
guys
that actually
know
guy who's going to talk about squatting one of your teammates.
Right. That's what I do.
Avon with a double and 10.
Henry, which one of your teammates can you squat?
Oh, all of them. Mark? I don't think Mark weighs 110 pounds. Let's be honest. If you can't squat Mark, who are you?
Not in the pro league, that's for sure.
Well, you can't squat everybody on your Baker's team for Red Deer, that's for sure.
I got muted
because
then I got unmuted.
So we got 2 for the Eclipse at the top, or the first spot goes to the Eclipse, second spot goes to Dream Crushers, third spot Dream Crushers, fourth spot Dream Crushers. So we're at 11-1 running total at the bottom there, and Weber's going to win that. So we're going to finish at a 15-1.
Yeah. Okanagan, like I said, they put together a good game. A little bit of issues carrying some corners, but they made their spares when they needed to. And Dream Crushers just, it's hard to make up ground when they go 1350, 1370, or 1360. Like it's just
1360 with a foul too. Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great game, great second game, much better finish for Okanagan. I think they're a lot happier with that game than they are with their first game, kind of thing. Obviously, they understand that it was a little too late, but yeah, they put up a good fight. Congrats on their on their semifinal appearance. But it looks like the Dream Crushers are going to advance to the finals of the Cargill division here. And look for wait for the winner of the Bombers and the help
Bombers and the other team,
Bombers
that team.
Is it the Misfits?
Yeah,
the Misfits. No. You got it. Attaboy.
No,
there you go.
Misfits are
the Misfits.
Oh.
No, that's the Misfits. Misfits and the Bombers are playing each other next in the 2-3 match.
So look forward to that. And home hardware side, you've got Next Gen and the Holy Rollers.
Oh, Al's on the screen by himself.
Oh boy!
Oh no!
Oh, that got wrong.
Sorry to scare everybody there. Luckily, I had my shirt on and everything, so that's good. But I guess we'll loop in the managers for this last match here. Bailey, Okanagan Eclipse. Season ends today, but at least you guys made it to the Final Four, so you guys got a little bit of a pay jump, so that always helps. Into that,
we made a better attempt game 2.
Yeah, definitely.
It was much better. Sure. Much more consistent throughout the lineup, all in between that 260 to 230, 238 mark or whatever it was. So,
and they just played phenomenal too. Like,
it's just tough to make up ground. Yeah, it's tough to make up ground when you're looking at 1348 as the low score, right?
Yeah,
just kind of tip your cap and
they're a team full of like star caliber bowlers too. So like to lose to them, I'm like, it's no shock that we lost, but like we gave our best effort. So
No, absolutely,
No,
nothing to feel ashamed of.
Yeah.
You guys, so what's next for Okanagan? Are we making a comeback next year? Is there any? I know it's early to say. Obviously, you guys probably just want to enjoy this season, but as commentators, we've got to ask these hard pressing questions. Is Okanagan coming back? Is there any changes?
We're for sure coming back. As
Good.
far as changes for the roster, that's still up in the air, just because we have a lot of people that travel. Like we play in Vernon, but we have people traveling like myself from Kamloops, some traveling from Penticton, and Penticton itself is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So we get a lot of people coming into town, and so we're gonna see. But we have a lot of people who have expressed interest that they'd like to play, so we have options. But yeah, it's good. Like I love the dynamic and how this league is. So I love seeing that we have a lot of local bowlers that keep asking us, like, when are you playing next? We love to watch. So it's nice to know we have people that watch us and like watching the league.
And then now you guys got some playoff taste. To come back even hungrier next year, kind of thing, right?
We just missed it last year, so it was nice to get over the line this year.
Right on. That's good to hear, man. And Dream Crushers, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big 15-1 kind of split there in that 2-game match. So some great bowling across
Emphasis
the board.
on the big.
Yeah.
You guys played phenomenal. It was great to watch, even just from a competitor's standpoint. Like, you just love to see good bowling. So, and
Thanks.
Caitlin is doing something, man. Like,
we're pretty sure Caitlin has like 1,000 triple against you specifically.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
yeah.
I've played her 3 matches and I've gotten my ass kicked every time. So
yeah, for sure.
It's coming, Bailey. Maybe next year you'll get her.
One day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other than that, for the Dream Crushers, obviously moving on to the finals of the Cargill division. So you're going to wait the winners of the winner of the Bombers and Misfits matchup, right? That's coming up, God knows when, but it will happen sooner than later. Soon. Coming soon.
Yeah.
So that's good. Other than that, everybody's feeling good from your end?
Yep.
Everybody's feeling good. Yep. We're just looking forward to see who comes into the finals and take it day by day.
Yeah.
Good.
Right
Perfect.
on.
Good.
Awesome. On a bit of a lighter note, Okanagan, great season. Everybody who's going to Red Deer, good luck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See you guys there. Don't listen to the commentary and then give me a heck when I show up there. Okay, please.
Yeah, and if you're gonna watch it back, maybe don't turn on the audio.
Yeah,
don't turn on the audio at 2 hours and 35 minutes, whatever. That's a bad spot right there.
Not because of Al and I. It's just you can only handle so much.
It wasn't because of me either.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't because of you, Henry.
Not the commentator. But anyways, pleasure commentating for you guys. Congratulations, Dream Crushers. Congratulations, Okanagan, on the great season. And
thanks for a great
hopefully we'll see
season,
a lot of you guys out
well to Heartland. Congrats on a good season for them as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Great job, guys.
See you guys.
Right on, everybody. DB, shut her down.
So now just left. Do we lose Al?
Oh, it looks like we just lost Al.
There he is.
Oh, there he
Al's
is.
back.
I was smashing a pretzel, so I didn't want to chew on the camera. We're good now.
Good job, guys. You did a good job of going off the rails and then bringing her back on the rails. A little bit.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
This is what we paid for, right? So
Yeah.
What we paid
So-
for? You guys are getting paid for this?
Yeah, you didn't get the memo? Oh,
You should have signed up for the newsletter, Al.
Okay.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
so-
my name in Red Deer next week, so it's all good.
Perfect.
Well, like
So
you guys
4
were
minutes.
talking
We
about-
just
yeah,
we
wasn't
just sit
the,
around for 4 minutes.
No, we're just gonna not quite the dramatic like you're saying, like the last week, obviously on Monday. But I mean, the Dream Crushers guys, they're just so dang good, eh?
Yeah,
You see back-to-back 1350s in the playoffs like that, like,
And they're like, meh.
Yeah.
and it's not like it's almost like they didn't even try. Like it didn't seem like it was.
there was never
I
any
don't know.
pressing.
There-
They
there's
just
still room,
freewheeled.
there was still room for improvement. It almost felt like kind of thing.
Right,
It was
yeah,
just like
yeah.
a whole hum 1350. Like I don't know. It was weird, but that's just
Yeah,
how
it's,
good
it's
they are,
almost
right?
the confidence and feeling they just know they're going to be in this finals or just keep making it. So they're not even at the point of where they need to be excited yet. I don't know if that makes sense, right?
They just made it look like another league night, coming out throwing some balls with friends, and
and
absolutely,
shooting 1350s.
yeah, like we all do, right?
Yeah.
Every week.
Okanagan had a great first match against Heartland. Though they shot their own 1350 whatever at Heartland. So
Yeah, just
props to
tons
them
of-
for showing up in a do or die game too.
Big
So
time.
that's
tons of good bowling
pretty
today.
impressive. So
Yeah.
and even their scoring wasn't that bad in the finals. It was was okay. It was like a small 1200 or something, and then that 12 and a half or whatever they did the 2nd game. So
That's
just
right,
not
yeah.
enough. Just not enough against a team like the Dream Crushers. That's all.
Yeah, and it's still decent scores. You're right. Against it, the Dream Crushers is
Yeah, it's
not.
one of those scenarios where it was good, just not good enough.
Well, you had kind of said it, Henry, at one point about playing them and feeling a little bit of, like, hey, their nervousness next to them, just because you feel like in the expectations, like, do I need to shoot 270 or 280 here? So do you add that extra pressure onto yourself? Sure. Certainly somewhere subconsciously, I think everybody probably does playing against them, right? But they've earned that, right? They've earned that reputation, they deserve it. So they come by rightfully that, hey, they should have that confidence going in.
Defending champions, number one seed going in. They've got a lot of accolades under their belt in a 2-year span.
So on the next matchup, you guys were talking, it is Bombers. Let's go Bombers. And Misfits. We are locked in for Monday, May 15th. We're going to play our 2-game match. It's just going to be us versus them for the 2-game or on that Monday night. And then we'll probably the following date after that. It's looking like May 28th when we're going to run probably 2 streams. We'll get the Next Gen versus the Holy Rollers played. Then whoever wins that will play the Toppler Roses on that same day. Whoever wins our game against the Misfits will likely play Dream Crushers at 28th. And then we'll probably extend it just to play that final as well, all on the 28th. That's where we're sort of leaning towards right now to get it all done and over with before the end of May, before the end of Open Nationals, before all that kind of stuff coming in. So,
well, hopefully the scheduling works out for everybody to get it done. You guys have put in a lot of work, and obviously it's a kind of a crapshoot with a bowling schedule at this time of the year kind of thing. There's so much things going on and dealing with different provinces across the country kind of thing. It's super hard. So glad to hear that it could potentially be done before June.
Yeah.
So that'd be you guys can wrap it up and enjoy some time off too a little bit.
Yeah, it'll make for a long day on that Sunday. And there's certainly people that have conflicts. I mean, look at a guy like Dexter Wiseman. We talked about it. He's 275. He's winning everything there is these days. And he wasn't even there for the Dream Crushers today. So that's tough on them to be like, well, I'm not going to have, Dexter Wiseman. Maybe some other teams that one guy would hurt. On the Dream Crushers, it doesn't. But all these other matches we're talking about on the 15th, we've got a guy or 2 missing. Misfits, I know, have a couple missing. On the 28th, right? I think we're looking at a guy like Bradley Titgat, right? Potential MVP isn't going to be able to make it that day because he's on a trip. But the team is understanding, and where can the rest of them come in?
Isn't that what happened with Tyler last year? Like in the finals or whatever?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you lose
jeez.
Tyler in the finals, right?
But again,
is what it is, right?
Looking at the schedule, that's kind of almost the only day that team can play is that 28th, right? there's some teams that got, everybody's got different reasons and different logistics and different things we're trying to organize. So we're being respectful as much. But anyways, we're getting there. We're getting good. Glad to have a couple of matches under a belt. And you guys were beauties out there today for us. So appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us.
I'll expect my next invite for the next one very soon.
Yeah, maybe two out of the.
I won't John, you're out. Yet. Sorry, buddy.
I won't tell the other one which yet, but I'll talk to you tonight, Henry.
Okay, buddy. You bet. Bowling tonight. Last night.
Have a good one.
Okay,
take care, guys.
Cheers, gentlemen. See you in a bit.